911, what is your emergency? Nine one one. What is your emergency? Nine one one. What is your emergency?
All right. Audio now. Just let me know. Yeah, man, the countdowns were just a stall tactic. So what I was saying is that I woke up early this morning, got a lot of work done, and just now getting back to being able to film this. So I need to get some coffee. This is my favorite coffee mug. I got this in Yellowstone. Isn't that badass? It's a bison. I'm not sure if you guys heard Boss stream like early in the morning. He sounds like that. You don't want me sounding like that. So I needed to get me some coffee. Yeah. So first, let me say hi to a couple people. Let's see here. Awkward setup. I wanted to do it outside. Five Banaka Sprays. How's it going, man? Moose. What's going on? Prime. Bozzy Boz. Captain and Coke. Yeah, it's been. That's why I was even sure if I was going to do this because it's been raining the whole week. That's why it's so green. Like, let me show you around. This is my backyard. Look at that, and look how tall the trees are. They're at least 200 feet. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So it's green for a reason. It's green because it's been raining a lot. Let's see here. What's going on? Noticer. I forget to say Yoshi. Oh, Yoshi, you're red. What's Yoshi's? Isn't it Red Yoshi, like the evil Yoshi or something like that? Well, I thought I was, Captain. I thought I was, but looks like I took an L yesterday. We'll talk about that. So, yeah, let me light up my cigar because I just can't tell you what happened. I have to give you some background as to what happened. Otherwise, it would just be, poor context. Sorry about the countdown, guys. Like, I came out here, I forgot to get my coffee, so I did another countdown. I forgot to get my ashtray, so I needed another countdown. I know it was annoying. Anybody curious? This is an Ashton Classic. Nice, inexpensive cigar. I was going to smoke something a little bit heavier. It was Ashton ESG, but that one is pretty strong. I don't want to get knocked on my butt this early in the morning. I already got knocked on my butt yesterday when I saw that I got blocked. Anyways, guys, I know this is a Saturday. You can be anywhere, but the fact that you're spending it here with me to hear me complain about my problems, really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Let's see who else. We got 17 people in the chat. Oh, what's going on? EDP. Good morning. Actually, here it's noon now, so it's not the morning anymore. Let's see here. So it's time to talk. Apparently, Money Burner calls me a fence sitter. And I try not to ruffle feathers unnecessarily. So I can kind of see why he calls me that. That was my name before the shoe. Now people call me the shoe. For those who don't know me, people say I'm as boring as a shoe. I talk in a monotone voice. I get that. Appreciate that. And so I thought I was kind of like a mild manner guy in the fragrance space. Not too controversial. But I've noticed that I keep getting blocked by people, and I have no clue why. At first, I thought it was guilt by association. I know there's some controversial people in the community, and I hang out with them, and so they thought, okay, this guy hangs out with so and so, I'm going to block him, right? But what happened to me this weekend wasn't guilt by association. It was just guilt. So, yeah, we'll go over it a little bit. And I think it's really important to go over a timeline. First, let me say hi to some people. Let me go back up here. Did I miss anybody? Ram, what's going on, man? Ram's in shock. Yeah, me too, man. I was like completely taken aback by all this. I don't need this, man. I got life, baby. Yes, yes. So Ram knows about the shoe, and this is the man who gave me the shoe. You block, you lose. Yes. Well, let me. You block AM, you lose big time. All right. So let's see. Let me go over some. Let me just give you some background story as to what happened to put it a little bit in context. Guys, relax, grab some coffee. This is a tall tale with twists and turns. All right. So, and I'm going to try to keep not name as people. I'm going to try to keep the names out of it, even though it's kind of hard. So a few weeks ago, I pre-ordered a fragrance. This is a fragrance from a certain brand. What's going on, Money Burner? This is a fragrance from a certain brand, and I had previously blind bought a fragrance. I try to support the brand, and I try to support the content creator behind the brand. Okay, not the only one to do that. So, some controversies transpired between me purchasing this fragrance and me actually getting the fragrance. But I said to myself, I said, you know what? I'm just going to keep it very professional, because at the end of the day, people put their time, their effort into trying to create something for the masses, for them to enjoy, right? So I try not to be overly critical. Again, I'm not a simp, I'm not simp, but I'm not going to bash something just for the sake of bashing it. So I reviewed this fragrance. Go to my last live stream and you'll see what I'm talking about. And I pretty much gave this fragrance very high praise. I mean, it was like, there's no question about it. I just, the only caveat I put is that, sometimes I will like a fragrance, and as I wear it more and more, I get tired of it. Maybe I get rid of it. Sometimes I dislike a fragrance, and as I wear it more and more, I actually start to like it a little bit more. And so I had only worn it. I wore it about 4 times, and within 2 days, I actually wore it on Friday again. So I wore it twice on Friday. So I wore it 6 times in 3-day period. So I think I got to know the fragrance pretty well. And so I did my review. I think it was on Thursday. Posted it. When I went about my day, and then the next day I said, you know what? I like this fragrance. I'm going to wear this fragrance one more time. I actually wore it twice that day, but okay. So I wore it in the morning, and then I posted something on Instagram. And we'll see I'll show you what I posted. I did take it down because, and I'll tell you why I took it down, but I did take it down, but I posted something on Instagram. And I said, okay. And it was me holding the fragrance. And I mentioned, I wrote a little bit on there, and I tagged a few people. That was it. No big deal, right? I check on a group like every once in a while on my Instagram feed called the Paperclip Chronicles, just to see what's going on there. To stay abreast of what's going on in the community. And when I go check my chat, I see stars or hearts, people commenting or liking, And so I'd seen a few people. I think Yoshi commented. Jaconda gave it a love, I think. Aram commented. A few people there, here and there, just liking it, whatever. So then I get back at night, and I'm like, okay, well, let me check to make sure, because again, I appreciate you guys being here. I love that you guys are here. Hey, how you doing, Dennis? And if someone's going to take the trouble to like or comment on your post, I like to give them a little heart and say, hey, I appreciate you. I see you, and I appreciate you, right? And that's what I was doing, checking it, right? So when I checked on my post, I clicked it, and I noticed that earlier in the morning when I was clicking my post, that the person I had tagged, their name pops up, right? And this time when I did it, the name did not pop up. But I didn't think much of it. I just kind of clicked it and then looked at my, any comments. I think somebody had gave me a love or star or whatever. And then I went back because it's still kind of eating at me. I was like, let me just check. Maybe it's a glitch or something. I click again and there's no name. I was like, that's weird. was like, oh, maybe this guy removed, maybe this guy didn't want me to post anything or tag him, and he removed me from the tag. I'm not even sure if you can do that. I'm not that familiar with Instagram. If you can do that, if you can untag yourself, let me know. So I figured, okay, well, he untagged me, right? And so then I said, well, let me see if my post is on his feed, because when you tag somebody, it goes on their feed, right? And so I go to search this person up, and I couldn't find him on Instagram. I was like, man, I could have sworn I know what his name is. I mean, maybe I don't know his exact handle, but I typed in the words and it should have popped up. So, okay, that's strange. So then I go on Google and I said, well, let me type in, his name and see if it pops up. It popped up, sure enough, it popped up. And then when I clicked on the profile, I was in for a doozy. I was blocked. I instantly knew it. It's not my first rodeo. I've been blocked before on Instagram. Again, I'm a mild-mannered, middle-aged guy. I don't think I'm particularly controversial. So it was, I was like, whoa, okay. All right. Alrighty then. And then I started to look at my posts. I said, well, maybe I said something that wasn't, that I'm not supposed to say. Or maybe I go where I'm not supposed to go. I don't know. Who knows, right? Didn't lose too much sleep over it. But it started to bother me because Moneyburner comes up with the rules and says you keep it YouTube. And, we talk about compartmentalizing our lives. And it's hard to conceive that between the 2 fragrances I purchased from this guy, it was like $300, right? It's hard to conceive that I purchased $300 worth of fragrances. I did a video praising the fragrance. And then my Instagram post, which we'll see, you guys tell me if it was controversial. Listen, if I'm posting something, I'm calling out the guy's mother, or if I'm saying something stupid or silly, hey, the customer's not always right? But I don't think it was particularly controversial post, at least not ban-worthy. Again, I'm open-minded. You guys, maybe I'll open the panel, and if I have some, views that conflict with mine, I'm open. Listen, I'm an open guy. I'm not 100% right. I'm not like some people say. I'm not better than most people in this community. Okay, I'm just a guy, and I'm willing to accept that I'm wrong if you make a compelling argument. Okay. So I looked at the post again, and I, for the life of me, I just couldn't figure out what had happened. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the said post, and let you guys be the judge. Okay. So if you give me 1 second, I'm going to pull a couple things up. So give me 1 second here. A little bit underprepared here. Boz did a video today. Just popped up. All right, Boz, let me see here. Okay. Got a little bit of space here. All right, so let me see if I can pull this up here. Okay. Here we go. This is really awkward filming outside, guys. And then you guys tell me if this was ban worthy. Okay, so I'm gonna do this here. I'm gonna do an image file. What did I title this image? Let me see. It's on my desktop, I believe. I hope it's not a spicy image. Okay, here we go. Here is the image right here. All right, so let me see here. So the image, and I blocked out people's name. I don't want to give anybody credit. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but up here it said this is so and so. I blocked his name out. Blocked the name of the fragrance, and then in the bottom here, I tag the fragrance house. And no, I'm sorry, I hashtag the fragrance house again, giving them free advertisement, right? You hashtag something, other people click it, they'll see what you said, right? And I tag the the creator or the co-creator, and that way that's free advertising. Like I didn't have to say, hey, I got this fragrance. Well, first, I didn't have to pay $300 for those 2 fragrances. I didn't have to post online that I liked it. I didn't have to do a video that I liked it. Most people just take the fragrance and do whatever, right? I went out of my way. Not only did I pay for it, not only did I buy it blind on faith, not only did I post it on Instagram, not only did I do a video on it, I didn't have to do any of it, right? Okay, so let's see what was so offensive. Okay, Blank Soul, easily one of the best new fragrance releases in the past couple of years. That got me banned. That got me blocked. Let me read it again. Soul Blank, easily one of the Soul Blank by Blank. I gave credit where credit was due. Easily one of the best new fragrance releases in the past couple of years. Now, I haven't smelled everything, but every year I think they report there's like 6,000 fragrances that get released. So for the past 2 years, I, as far as I can remember, I haven't smelled anything new that I thought was better than this fragrance. Now, that got me blocked. Again, if I'm wrong, guys, you let me know I'm wrong. Let me see how to get out of here now. But yeah, that was essentially it. Now, I guess we can talk about this picture. Okay, so let's go. And if you guys are typing, and I can't see, I have my picture up, so I'm not ignoring you. I'm just letting you know. So this picture, okay, this is AI generated picture. In this picture, I'm holding the fragrance in my hand, and I'm saying, well, since Justin's a very generic name, you guys might not know who I'm talking about. Okay, so I feel comfortable saying Justin and keeping the name anonymous. And in that video, I said, this is Justin. Okay. Now, why do I say this is Justin? Why did I pull that out of my ass? No. Did I make that up? No. I don't have a creative bone in my body. I copy the idea from other people. Okay. What did Picasso say? Good artists borrow, great artists steal. And I'm not even saying I'm a great artist. I copy this for somebody. So I subscribe to RXL Per Ohm. Now, keep in mind, RXL Per Ohm said that my rap song sucks. And Boz told me behind the scene that RXL had said some pretty nasty things about me. I don't even know the guy, but he said some nasty things about me. Now, how credible is Boz? I don't know. But I didn't block RXL. In fact, sometimes I'll comment on his channel. If he does a good video, I'll give it a thumbs up. Okay. But RXL did a video where he took footage from the Fragrance Dude. Now, for those guys who don't know who the Fragrance Dude is, some people jokingly around call him the Fragrance Douche. But Fragrance Dude spelled with oud, as oud, UOUD, and he puts a D in front. Get it? Fragrance Dude. All right. He did a video where he smelled one of Justin's fragrances, and he said, "Woo, this is Justin." Okay. Now, I also bought that fragrance. I didn't say, "Woo, this is Justin," but RXL kind of edited, made it kind of funny, and it was funny. I think I commented on that video. It was kind of funny. It was a funny video. Like, if you're online and you say stupid shit and people, bust your balls a little bit, it's okay, right? It's harmless poking fun, right? And so I saw that and I kind of, I got a little chuckle. And then later on, I don't know how much later on, but later on I did see somebody like kind of reposted RXL stuff on Reddit, and I saw it online there, and I got a chuckle again. And so, between RXL and the Reddit, I'm sure it got thousands of views, and I'm sure Justin had seen it. I'm sure Randy had seen it. And so it was kind of like a meme, kind of like a meme, kind of like when people say, "Oh, I'm in a bad headspace," that's a small meme within our group, but within the larger context of fragrance community, a lot of people saw, "Woo," So, I when this guy dropped this fragrance, I had it in my hand, and I said, "This is Justin?" ? Kind of making reference to that. I wasn't making fun of Justin. I wasn't making fun of Randy, right? I wasn't making fun of anybody. If you look at me, I'm like, in that picture that I'm showing up, that's up right now, I have a serious look on my face, and I'm saying, this is Justin. Like I'm really very contemplative, right? And then if you read what I said, high praise, high praise. I think it's a fragrance of the year so far. I don't imagine many fragrances are going to smell better than that for the rest of the year. And from what I remember last year, I don't think I smelled anything better last year, right? That's highest praise you can say. I even say I think it's the best smelling fragrance in the Zaharoff lineup, which is very popular among the fragrance community. But my ass got blocked. You know what they say? No good deed goes unpunished. So it is what it is. So that's kind of, I mean, I wish there was a more sexy story behind this. But that's it, guys. That I'm sure you guys thought I called the guy's mom out, or I insulted, whatever. I don't know what you guys thought, but that was it. It was milk toast. All right, let me. Sorry, guys. I was reading and I couldn't catch up, but Dennis, what's going on? Duchamp, what's going on? Oh man, I can't catch up. I might. I'm gonna go back and read the comments, guys. As I can't catch up. What's going on, Captain? This is Justin. He has a ghost perfumer. All right. Yeah. So then when I saw that, I was like, when I looked at the post, I'm pretty much blocked. That's when I said, "Woo! This is Justin. He blocked me." That's when I said it. Okay. So that's kind of the story how I got blocked. The only reason I'm talking about it now is because I saw a lot. I think it got like 70 views on Instagram, and most of the views are from people who follow me on here. And so they're like, "Hey, AM, didn't you love this fragrance? Why'd you take it down?" And I thought, I owed it to the people on here to explain it. Let me see here. What's going on, Colin? Remember the trumpet guy. Yeah, this guy does play a trumpet, absolutely. So, but again, my ego is not that big. I'm still going to stand by my word that it's still, I actually, after that video, I wore it again the next day, and I love it. I think it's a great fragrance. Now, can I say I'm going to buy the next Z Creator? I can't say I'm going to do that. Listen, I don't need any fragrances. Before I bought this fragrance, I had enough fragrance to last me a lifetime. Like I'm middle-aged, man. I'm going to die with some of these fragrances. There's probably some juice in my cabinet right now that's still going to be there when I die, So I don't need any more fragrances. And so the fact that I do is just, as again, to support the community, for the love of the hobby. It didn't have to do it, right? And I didn't have to post this. So, no, Joshi, that ship has sailed. Well, I don't think that ship ever arrived. What's going on, Kay? So I'll drop the link. Maybe you guys can tell me. Maybe maybe you guys are on Justin's side. But the reason I'm doing the stream today is because I started thinking. And people ask me, am I mad? Some people are you pissed? No, I'm not pissed at all. In fact, I think, I'm trying to think of why did he block me? So now I'm trying to think of what's the psychology of someone to block me? And I thought of a couple of things. The first thing I thought was he thought I was mocking him by saying this is Justin and he got his feelings hurt. Okay, so mocking. Number two, he probably doesn't want that picture on there for whatever reason. He doesn't want that meme to spread. It may, it may conflict with the self-image he's trying to portray, right? Or maybe he got his feelings hurt. Maybe he's like, oh my God, this is horrible. But I'm not mad because at the end of the day, I think he's a very pitiable man, worthy of pity. If, for example, if you thought that was mocking you and you blocked me, imagine having such a razor thin ego that a compliment given to you not in the way you would like it makes you block somebody. if you think that you're being mocked, imagine being so paranoid that you think, hey, I'm being mocked. Let me, walking around, hey, is this guy legit or is this guy not legit? Does this guy really like my fragrance or does he not like my fragrance? Right. And then, so I said, if he was being mocked and he blocked me for that, that's, I feel bad for him that he has to walk around like that. That worried about his self-image as well. Like maybe he didn't want that portrayed associated with his image. Imagine, if I had fans, right. And they posted themselves with my product. I don't care if they're, spraying their armpits or whatever. I'm like, yeah, my people are enjoying the product the way they want to enjoy it, right? I wouldn't say, that's not the image I want to portray, right? And so, I mean, imagine walking around like that. Again, I would say it's very pitiable, right? Pitiable. So no, I'm not mad. I actually feel bad for the guy. I don't think I followed him on maybe I did. I'm not sure if I followed him on Instagram. I do follow him on YouTube, but like I said, just as support, like, guys, I have so many fragrances. I don't need other people to tell me fragrances are good. I don't need other people to review fragrances for me. I have access. I have a fragrance boutique by my house that I can access. There are decanting sites I can access. There's department stores I can access. I have a Chanel boutique by my house if I really want. I don't need people's advice on fragrances. If someone recommends something to me, I'm like, oh, let me give it a try. Like today I'm wearing Herbs Vivas. That was a recommendation made by Cuddles. That was a good fragrance to wear today. It's a green fragrance. You see it's green outside. There's like a watery note to that fragrance. It's been raining a lot. I say, hey, appropriate fragrance to wear. Okay. But then it calls, and I'm going to let some people on here. Don't worry. Then there's this thing called the Streisand effect. I'm not sure if you guys remember it, where I believe it was either a wedding or her house was being filmed and she made a big deal about it, like not wanting to be filmed. And then all of a sudden, all the paparazzi, all the media go and film her house, and there's helicopters flying over, right? Because she made a hill out of, what's it saying? You made a hill out of a ant mole, something like that. And that's kind of like the same thing here. Like, you're so concerned about your image, but now I think your image, at least in my eyes, I don't look at Justin and think, hey, I respect that guy. I actually lost respect for him. I actually gained respect if he would have not said anything. Actually, I didn't even think what I said was offensive. Okay. And then the other thing is, let's see the type of praise that Justin likes. Okay. So I'm going to try to share this stream. Okay. So here I am. I said that I don't like boozy, sweet fragrances normally, right? I can count maybe with my hand how many sweet, boozy fragrances I have. And if you look at my Instagram page, I tend to like vintage, or even if it's new stuff, like more classical, green, Chypre, Fougères. I mean, I like some freshies as well, right? So give me 1 second here. Let me share this with you. Okay. So this is, I guess I said his name, Justin. Sorry, I was trying not to give him too much shine, like Mike says. But here he has the fragrance in question, right? And he says, if you're looking to see what other people are, what others are saying, right? So when you click on this, it's like, okay, other reviews. Who did you link to? Scott fucking Amaratico. That's who you linked to. Now, I'm sure Scott's a lovely guy. I've never met Scott. In fact, I put him, I clipped him in my video. I think he's kind of funny, right? But everybody knows Scott's a horror shill, right? So, to me, I think it would have been much better to highlight my comment, right? Or somebody who typically is not a shill. So, and then like if he highlighted my comment and people saw, hey, AM tagged this fragrance, he likes it. Let me look at AM's Instagram page, and they see that my likes aren't necessarily. I typically don't like those types of fragrances. They're like, man, this fragrance must be good if somebody like that likes it, right? I'll give you a quick example. My son loves pizza. My dad does not. If my son says, "Oh, I went to this pizza place, it was good," I take it with a grain of salt. My dad goes to a pizza place. He says it's good. I'm like, oh, this has to be good because my dad does not like pizza, right? So, you know, I don't know. That's just my opinion, guys. Anyway, so you guys can tell me if I'm exaggerated. I like to have intelligent conversations. So if you're wanting to have an intelligent conversation about, well, the reason I did the stream, let me get back to it, is because let's talk about it. What is too much trolling, and how sensitive, how thin skin or how thick skin do you have to be in this space, right? Because we all get picked on. We all, someone may make fun of this video right now. I put it out there. Hopefully, people will see it my way, but maybe someone may see it differently. Yeah. All right. Is I smell here? I smell you, rat. I saw what you said about me on Anna's stream. All right. Let me remove this here. But yeah, like if you guys have a different opinion, of, in terms of, or if you guys just want to talk about the topic of today, is not. I don't want to give this guy any more attention than he needs. The topic of today is not this guy. The topic of today is what I did. Do you think it was ban worthy? Number one, and then number two, to have a broad discussion on how much, how thick your skin should be, right? How much criticism is the right amount of criticism before you hit the ban button? All right. Hey, who blocked you, man? CK1, look at the thumbnail. I don't want to give him any more credit, but I think you can figure it out.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, boss? Well, I said I wanted intellectual conversation, and right on cue, man. Came up.
Yeah. Well, right. Yeah.
I got set some rules. No talking about the D word.
Of course. I'm like really really surprised. Wow. That was really. So when did this happen exactly, by the way?
I don't know exactly when it happened, but I found out about it last night. And it must have happened last night because I had been checking the Paperclip Chronicles regularly, and nothing had popped up. It was only like at nighttime when I did it.
Yeah. That's the worst thing when you get blocked like this. You don't know why exactly you got blocked. That's happened to me too couple of times. Anyway,
well, that's shock. Actually good. That's true. That's true. You are no stranger to being blocked.
Yeah, of course. I mean, sometimes I didn't really know why. Of course, but sometimes I mean they misinterpret things. Maybe some of these people. But no, I think the problem was that. Yeah, so it was all because of your. It was a comment or a review. Sorry, I didn't get that.
It was the picture I showed with me holding up a bottle saying this is Justin, and then followed by this is probably the greatest fragrance release in the past 2 years. That's what got me blocked.
And he thought, okay, it could be two things. I think maybe he was afraid that like people would think you were a shill or something, or who knows, But I think maybe he thought you were being sarcastic.
Wait, come on, Dennis! Don't leave because of Boz. What's up? I thought Dennis was your paisano. What's going on?
I don't know, really. This is pretty extreme. I hope it's nothing because of me.
Is Dennis Bosnian or not?
No, he's from Croatia, but
Croatia. Okay,
I have the same thing,
I've told you I have a neighbor named Dennis, spelled the same way, and he's a good guy, good dude.
One N, yeah.
He's a good dude.
So yeah, no, I remember, as I said, I used to go briefly to Justin's streams, but he was like very selective with whose messages he read and stuff, and I really couldn't stand that, so I left. I just unfollowed him.
Yeah, so maybe this is, man, I have these stuff I can't remove. I try to remove stuff from stage. I have my stage full. Okay. Maybe this is a guy, Justin, who really is super concerned about his image and tries to narrate it. Look at who you see right now is who I am, right?
Yeah.
If I had to say, okay, is there one thing that people may get wrong about me? Is probably this. I don't smoke. I smoke when I stream sometimes because I think it's very relaxing, and smoking helps you ruminate and think. But I don't smoke man, once a month maybe. In the summer times, maybe twice, 3 times a month. I can go 4 months without smoking. So I'm not like a heavy smoker. So
Yeah.
that might be a misperception of me, right? But other than that, I don't think that I portray myself in a way that's not consistent with who I am, you know? And
Yeah.
so, but if people view me differently, so be it. I mean, I don't care, right?
Yeah. I know, man. But Justin, yeah, he's very like very particular about his image, very, very protective, I think, of the whole thing. His trademark, whatever you call it.
Well,
And
I had some people. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, I guess he just didn't like the way you were kind of he thought you were trying to kind of get in his good graces by, like posting a whole like
Well,
picture
that's the
and all
thing.
that.
I don't even think I could be wrong. I don't even. I know I follow the brand owner, but I don't even think I follow him on Instagram. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I don't because I never see his post on Instagram. So I just tagged him prophylactically, like actively, just to tag him, to give him credit. Like him and George got together, they put out a good product. I, like I said, I didn't have to talk about it. I didn't have to review it. I didn't have to give it a good review. I didn't have to post about it. I did it
Mm,
voluntarily. I didn't have to pay $300 for both of his fragrance. I did it voluntarily, and
yeah.
yeah, it's really interesting. But I guess the question it says, let me see what CK1 says. Like I'm kind of far from my computer right here. It says I caught some of the stream. AM was very complimentary of the fragrance. Yeah, I was very complimentary. But I'm not even sure if Justin. I don't know if Justin saw my stream. I don't know. Uh,
Yeah.
he may have, but I'm assuming that he did it because of the post, not because of the stream. Because he did
Yeah.
post, obviously. But I guess
Right.
the question.
I don't think
uh,
he watches that many streams, but I might can be wrong, but
maybe his finger slipped. Maybe he blocked me by
yeah.
accident. But like I said, it's not the first time I've been blocked. You've
No.
been blocked as well. But
No. I
I don't
mean,
even want to
yeah, of
focus.
course.
I don't even focus on it. But I guess the question is, how much like are you that thin skin? Like, how, what are your expectations of respect on online? Right? Like, if I had a product and someone would have posted that, I kind of would have chuckled. I probably would have pinned it, highlighted, kind of joking around, right? Um,
Yeah. I mean,
but that's just me, right? But like everybody has a different threshold. But like, at what point is something disrespectful versus okay, this should be blocked? Like what's that line? Like, do you think I should have
right.
been blocked by Justin? And if you do, tell me. I'm okay with it.
No, no way, man. I mean,
Okay, so then
you
what should have what could I have done to deserve the block?
I
Something
don't
not
think
crazy, something that, huh?
if he kind of took that would be kind of crazy to just assume you were being sarcastic. It's because you didn't, that's another thing if it was openly sarcastic, like if you posted some eye rolling smileys or whatever, or tongue in cheek smiley, whatever, along with those words, this is the best fragrance I've seen in a few years. But no, you didn't. So
Let's put
uh,
this back up here. That's
I don't get it.
this
But
is
I think, yeah, he
if
just,
Caboose is not I think Caboose just got here, but this is the oh, what the heck? That's you. Let me see here. Let me see the post in question. Just to give people, what the post in question was,
yeah,
what was so controversial.
the only guy I got blocked by, I think, was, oh dear, Rich Mitch. Yeah. But then
I, I
he's
don't
not a
I don't
big
think Rich
time.
Mitch should have blocked you. I don't think you
Uh,
said did Ramsey block you for saying okay. So this is it. I posted it on I tagged him and I hashtag the brand.
yeah.
I said this is so and so, but I guess we know just Justin, so I'll say this is Justin. And I have
Uh-huh.
that smirk on my face, not smirk. I have like a serious look on my face, and then on the bottom I said easily, well, blank blank by blank is easily one of the best new fragrance releases in the past couple of years. That's it, and I got blocked.
Hmm.
Someone's knocking
Could
on my
it be
door.
that because of this whole thing that you went to George Harrov and got rejected? Maybe he heard of that. Who knows? Maybe he just thought, no, I don't need this guy here, post giving me compliments. I don't know, really. It could be several things.
Wait, so you think that there's a
Oh my
lady
god.
in front of my there's a lady in front of my house?
Look at all these oh my god, trolls and burners in the chat. I better not look at the chat.
Wait, let me see who the burners are. Um,
The
oh, these
fake
are just
boss
the
burners.
people. Who are these? Are the trolls people we know?
I know,
Oh,
yeah, harlots.
it says I do the blocking, no one else. Okay, I see what you mean now. All right, so we got somebody here.
Tackle boss.
Let's see who it is.
Oh,
Who's there?
hi,
Hi.
Kay.
Okay.
Hi, Kay.
Hey.
So, Kay, did I deserve to be blocked?
No, this guy's a jerk. I streamed with him once on Mr. Smelly's, and he ignored me for Erica because I'm not hot enough.
Wait,
Right.
Justin? This is
Yeah.
Justin you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Copeland. Is that who we're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, that's that guy, yeah.
Well, I remember once he ghosted somebody else. I don't want to say the name. Uh-oh. Well, who the heck is I got a
He's so
hybrid.
smug. Yeah, he's smug. I once asked him if he, can recommend or if he has tried our Argos or whatever. And then he was like, oh, he said with a smug smile, oh, I've been talking so much about Argos that it's really, he was meant to say it's such a stupid question for you to
I mean,
ask.
do you really have contempt for the people that follow you and make you? I don't. I mean, I find it hard to believe, but
It's
some
like
people.
Mr. Smelly at least is nice to all of us. He has more
Yeah.
followers than all of us.
Yeah, he interacts with the people, and
Yeah, he's
to be
really
fair,
nice.
George interacts with the people as well, right?
The cologne
Yeah,
business,
George is really nice too.
the cologne business is very serious, and you're a little too funny for them. You can't have a sense of humor unless it's like cologne, politically correct sense of humor. So you're banded.
Well, Mr. Smelly has a sense of humor, and
Yeah,
I think
but do you ever? Well, George actually did go over there once. I think maybe because you associate with me, I'm not putting myself on a pedestal like I'm important. But
I don't even
they
think Justin
once,
knows me that well to know who I associate with.
well, I was good friends with George. I was the first one to meet George. I think, well, yeah, I was. It was Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, and then Red Lessons, and then I went with Ashton. Ashton and me were the second group. I believe maybe he knew TLTG at that time though, because I did speak to TLTG on the phone, and but I love George. I don't really care about the other guys, and not
Mhm.
because he sent me free fragrances. It's because I genuinely like the guy. He's a caring guy. He's a warm guy. He. You look into George's eyes, you could tell he's a warm guy. But
Yeah, I can't block him
they
back. He
do it.
blocked me.
Hold on. They try to almost like hey, he's mine. You understand what I'm saying? They try to do that. Hey, he's mine. Oh, this guy's a bad guy. I guess some guys do that when they meet a new girl. Hey, he's a bad guy. I'm a better guy. Stay away from that guy. And I think he's been briefed that that crew over there, uh, you know, over there at the AM Studios, those are bad people,
Yeah.
and blocked him immediately.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, definitely.
Well, I mean, I
And
don't
you're
see the
funny. You're
need.
too funny for them. You're too funny for them.
They're all just,
I
it's like I don't know, a clan or something. Yeah. Clan.
Boz told me just block him back. Well, he already blocked me, so you
That's
can't do
not
it. Like,
me.
hey, you can't break up with me. I break up with you. You can't do that, right? But
Yeah.
The reality is we're not the bad ones. The bad ones are the people who bullied people backstage and did bad things. We didn't do that.
But there's no reason for Stay Fresh Productions and Absolute Studio to be in conflict, especially since the studio was complimentary to the fragrance. And
Stay
that
fresh.
this picture's not a funny picture. Like you saw it, right? It's not funny. I'm like,
Well, it's overly funny. It's overly funny again.
I don't think this is an overly funny picture. I could be
It's
wrong.
not politically correct.
What
And
do
I
you mean
have to admit,
I'm holding the
RXL.
fragrance saying this is Justin. How is that not politically correct? I don't get.
I did watch the video of RXL going woo, and I
Yeah,
think that was like the highlight of who he is. That was like the funniest thing he's ever done, you know. And
and he didn't even do it. It was
woo,
who did it.
I
It was the
mean,
huh?
fragrance who
Justin
did it.
and TLTG both have massive egos. That's for sure. Like, come on.
But let me ask you this question: is RXL blocked from Justin? Because RXL is the one who really, I mean, he's the creator of. Well, Randy's the creator, but he's the one who actually highlighted it and brought attention to it. The woo,
Yeah, this is Justin. This is Justin. Woo.
That I mean,
I
that's a
have to
funny.
admit, RXL was kind of funny in that one.
Yeah, it was. I commented on that video. I was like, dude, that's
Even
funny, man.
yeah,
And I
Because
liked what was the second Soul that second Z Creators 2 fragrance by Justin or
oh, you
for
tried this one.
Justin. Yeah, that was good. Better than TLTG's by a mile.
This one's
So
better. This new one is better. I like Second Soul as well, but I thought this one to be better. And
yeah,
but
he
okay,
he
so
got good taste. Yeah, for sure. I'd say he got good taste. That guy.
so
Yeah,
we agree. Justin's hypersensitive, right? The post.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the post.
No,
And we all agree
no,
on
I
that, or
don't
no?
think so.
Or do you?
He's hypersensitive. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was like,
He thought you
um,
were kind of being a smart ass, probably, or something. I don't know. Yeah.
but like, if you
all
look at my
right.
Instagram posts, they're not. I don't joke around on my Instagram too much,
The bottom line, you said it smells good, but you were too funny.
Yeah.
You were too funny.
I didn't even say it smelled good. I said it's the best new release of that I've
Because
smelled in the past 2 years.
the whole woo thing has become a meme at this point.
Yeah, but I didn't say woo on. And somebody asked, it was Justin aware of that
Did
meme?
you do it?
I'm sure Justin was for a couple of reasons. Number one, it was on Reddit, and Reddit gets thousands of views. RXL has a couple thousand subscribers, and it was a fragrance that he created. So I'm sure he's well aware of the woo, right? Of the woo me. At least I think I am. I could be.
Do you have a little clip of this is Justin? This
Well,
is
let me see.
Justin?
Let me see if I can play my last stream. Let me see. It was in my last stream. I don't know the
This is
I can't find the
Justin?
RXL one. Now I'll give credit to
I agree.
RXL. He's the one who posted it.
RXL.
Yeah, you gotta give
I
credit.
think
where credit is
RXL was
due.
funny. The way he did an Ashton impersonation. That was funny. Like, he did his own
with the
version
wig.
of. Yeah,
Why do
no,
you
he
guys
was like,
all watch? Why do you guys watch this motherfucking guy that makes fun of every single one of you in like the worst possible
no,
way?
I watched this like 2 years ago. That was
Oh,
before.
okay, good. I was gonna say you guys should not be watching this guy. He's mean to all of you.
Yeah, but
Oh,
this
okay.
was funny. It was like, hello, I'm just since I'm not threatening and relatable. Enjoy my quirky humor.
All right, I'm gonna see if it plays out here. This is the clip in question. If people haven't seen it, it's on my last.
RXO watches this too. He's here right now, by the way.
Oh hey
Okay.
hey Rick. All right, so this is. Can you see it?
No.
Do you guys see it?
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is
So-
the clip in question.
Sounds like Soul Calibur and the game video game.
This is Justin.
Oh my god. Oh no.
This is Justin.
That was it. That was this is Justin clip. That was pretty much it.
Well,
Yeah.
not really, but okay, if you want to put it that way. He didn't make it, but anyway. Yeah.
Who? Well, no, he didn't make it, but he. Guys, I have to.
Yeah.
I have to refresh.
He told
Guys.
them what he wanted.
Can everybody give a woo?
Woo.
All right.
Woo.
Come on, Buzz.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Woo.
Woo!
Take one for the team, boss.
Like
Like,
from the
I might
song,
leave.
you
I might come back. Let me see here. I have to reload
the Van Halen song, like, why can't this be love? Love. Woo! I love that when he says,
David Lee Roth.
well, Sammy Hager.
Oh yeah.
All right. So can we I guess
Yeah.
just because it's forbidden fruit. I like to be rebellious. I think I'm here with Altus Trio. Thanks. Okay, let's all on the count of 3 just do a good woo. Okay,
Okay, go ahead.
1, 2, 3. Woo!
Woo! Maybe Yoshi should come on and do that.
The
Wow,
Yoshi woo.
Yoshi.
So Neil, like you've been blocked. Okay, everybody here's been blocked. Okay, so we got that in common.
Yeah. We've been banned.
Oh,
That,
Supply here.
shout out to Reaper because we haven't been banned.
Oh,
We've
what's up,
been
Supply?
banded. Who's that?
I've
Oh,
been banned
my
before.
camera is
Somebody
turned
paid
around.
$500 to ban me and Cuddles because we're like these cool people
It's
that it costs
Champions
$500
League
to get rid of us.
final, by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think somebody's trying to get on.
Yeah. Who was that? They showed their face for a second too. Make them go backstage and show their face backstage so you can.
Ric Flair. Oh my God, that was when I
think
first came here to Norway. That was Ric Flair time.
Well, no, someone try to come on.
Supply. That's not really me. Okay, I'm up here.
Supply. You said someone else can be mean. I don't think I've said anything mean, but I gotta be honest, Bob. You've said some pretty mean stuff.
To
But,
who?
Dude, this stream's only. I can't be here 5 hours.
Hang on.
Well, first of all, to me, you said, "AM, he's as interesting as a fucking shoe." That's what you said about me.
Yeah.
So, as an example,
Bad headspace. Blame it on bad headspace.
I should have blocked you, Boz. No, I can't block
You
Boz.
had blocked me for briefly. You remember?
Yeah.
It was so unreal. I come there and you are like this, like looking at my
But-
comment.
But Boz, oh sorry. The thing about I was going to take 6 weeks off. I talked to Ram, and then when I got back, we were going to work on the film. But again, this was an emergency stream because I was shocked that I was so nice to Justin, and I can't believe this. I was shocked. I was shocked.
Makes you look cool, man. Cool.
But like I said, I'm man enough. Okay, you don't like me, you block me, whatever. I'm not going to go back. I can easily say, you know what? I was just kidding. His fragrance sucks. No, I still think, even if he hates me or blocks me, I still think that fragrance Justin put out, in my opinion, Neil, you got to smell it. It's the best fragrance I've smelled in the past 2 years. New release.
Well,
Maybe I'll
it's
get
not really Justin's fragrance; it's the perfumer's fragrance. And then
but I'm sure. Look, it has to be.
Who's the perfumer? Who is the perfumer?
Vince Kazutsky. But
Oh,
listen,
wait. Didn't Vince make some old school fragrances?
he doesn't have a big portfolio. I'm not
That's
familiar
like
with the guy.
his Zahar. Justin's Zahar of perfumer. I know he made the other ones too.
So this guy's a good perfumer, and
But let's give Justin credit. It smells like you're at a jazz bar. Like I've been to jazz bars, blues bars. It has a little bit of booze, it has a little bit of tobacco.
Yeah.
So whatever it was, Justin was a creative director. Yeah, he didn't perfume it, but at least it was a team effort. I'm sure. So you gotta give Justin his dues. I'm not going to take his dues away.
And you want to know something? Here's the bottom line. And George has enough money; he doesn't care. But listen, there were from this stream alone, 5 fragrances were sold because you don't lie. Everybody knows you're not a shill, and I guarantee you, 5 people ordered that fragrance you're talking about right now. What's the name of it?
It's sold out, man.
It's already sold out.
But what I said, and what I think,
what's the name of the fragrance again?
The name is kind of goofy because it's called Elixir. It's playing off Elixir. But I said in my thing it's an elixir for the soul. But I told George, I said, listen, this is because when you pre-sell something and people blind buy it, they can blind buy it, get it. It could sell out. You can say, oh man, this is well in the market. It's sold out. But then when people actually get it, it sucks, or they'll give it bad reviews, right? So you can't base it on how it's sold out so fast because that a lot of it is hype. But I gave it a love on Fragrantica. It was a 4.5 on Fragrantica. After I gave it a love, it was a 4.7. I haven't checked since. But if it's that critically acclaimed, if people are liking it, and I think it's the best hot fragrance out there, I think George should put it permanently in the line. Now, I don't know what business deal he has with Justin. Maybe he has to give Justin a piece. He doesn't want to do that for perpetuity, whatever. I don't know. I think It's a
as
shame that
you
you guys can't try that fragrance because it really is a good fragrance. I do enjoy it a lot.
yeah, I'm sure George is listening right now. Because you know, George is a friend of mine. He used to call me at least every once a month, right? He say, "Hey Neil," like I got on my phone. George O'Hara called. I'm like, "Oh wait, what's up, George?" And he knew all of us, all the good people with real jobs, like our
He knows balls too. Come on.
well, he's unemployed, but
Barely.
you know what I mean. But like all the people with jobs who have serious careers, who do something with their lives, right? But what I'm saying is, George used to say to me, Neil, it doesn't matter if it's bad advertising or good advertising, it's advertising and it sells. Because here's the thing, people don't like you because you are blocked, but they know you're probably blocked because you're telling the truth. And guess what? 5 fragrances sold from this live stream alone. Thank you, AM, for helping
Well,
George
that's what I'm
out.
saying. Like, I look, and I'm not hating on Scott Amaratico. I called him Scott fucking Amaratico.
Aromatico.
George, hop on. George the Horror,
But
hop on. Come on.
isn't that a
Don't,
fucking
don't,
coincidence? His last name is Aromatico, and he reviews fragrances.
I wish
But
Yeah.
George would just
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
think
But I wish George would just hop on. I know he's watching.
I
I know
don't think
George.
that's his real last name though.
oh,
George,
okay, that'd
just
be one
hop
hell of a
on.
coincidence. But I
Yeah.
would say this.
George, hop on.
I would say this. I would say that that I mean everybody knows Scott's kind of a shill for the Sahara. I don't
Yeah.
even know Scott that well, but that's the word around the street that he's a shill. Maybe a shill's a strong word. Let's just say he's a fanboy, right? And that's okay, man.
Mhm.
Listen, I wish I had fanboys. I wish Moose and Boz and Cuddles would like, yeah, everything AM does is great. We're fanboys, right?
If you ever release a fragrance, yeah, we will. We will.
Hold on.
Don't worry.
Okay, Boz,
40
what's
people
your
will buy it.
thoughts? What's
This
your
is the
thoughts?
best. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on George Zaharoff? Be honest.
Wait! Before you say it, George didn't block me, and I hashtagged him. So
I
let's
know.
be fair
No,
to
no,
George.
no.
Okay.
Yeah. He
Even
seemed
when
like,
all those rumors about me came out, he didn't take down my video, and he was pressured to take down that video by the guy from the KKK, ex
oh,
KKK, I should
The
say.
come guzzler guy.
Yeah, but like George is a friend, and this is friendly territory for George. That's what I'm saying. This is very. I love George with all my heart. I would protect George if he were in a foxhole. I'd put myself over him if he was shot, just to protect him and give him mouth to mouth. Just it's not gay. It's not gay. But I give him mouth to mouth to keep him alive, right? I love George that much. He's a good man, right? What are your thoughts, Boz?
yeah, he seems like nice, and all that. Yeah, generous guy, obviously. I just don't like
Generous
this.
but good-hearted. Okay,
Yeah.
Kay, what are your thoughts?
I
I
go.
think he's really nice and he's humble and he's kind to everybody around him.
Yeah. I just wish he would be better at choosing these certain people he's,
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
associates with.
friends with some douchebags, but that's because he's a nice person. He's
I
friends with
mean,
yeah.
everyone.
I'll jump on a grenade for
Do you
you.
remember? Yeah, do you remember the whole thing, the little thing about the blimp? Like, oh yeah, this woman, she can't fit on an airplane, and George actually defended the woman who was a little
Okay.
overweight
How
because
about
he's
me?
got class. He's
How
got
about me?
class. He's got good morals. He's a good man. He cares about people. He didn't want to hurt Becca when that other guy made that joke about she can't fit on a plane.
How about my
Yeah.
feelings? I spent $300, well over $300 on Zahava products. I promoted it. I spoke well of the fragrance. How about me? Is he going to tell Justin, hey Justin, maybe you overdid a little bit. Maybe unblock AM. Like I say, I don't care if I don't think I was following Justin. I could be wrong. I don't care if I'm unblocked or not. But will he stand up for me? That's
Okay,
the
so
question of a good.
okay, what are your thoughts on George Zaharovsky? Because he's here
Who,
right now.
me?
I know George.
You're
Yeah,
asking me my thoughts on George?
yeah.
Well, I don't think he's humble at all, actually. I've
No.
seen George. He puts, his names on the fragrance. He puts his face on all the fragrances. I've seen streams where he has like 10 self portraits of himself in the house. That's a humble guy. You know how many self portraits I have?
0.
I have
You
a portrait of
know,
me on the horse.
yeah.
Remember Tony Soprano on the horse, that painting? But listen, it doesn't
In all
just because
fairness,
he's
if I were that good looking, I'd have portraits of myself.
George is not a humble guy. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Okay,
Now
But
I
but no,
want to
yeah,
get
yeah.
a portrait of myself.
hold, hold on. So no, seriously, I've seen a painting of him. I've seen pictures of him. He has like an Andy Warhol with 4 pictures of himself. That's not humble. But just because he's not humble
No.
doesn't mean that
Yeah.
he's a bad guy. I don't know George
Yeah.
personally. I've never met him. I never talked to him.
Yeah.
Oh, I talked to him once.
He's
Reaper
just
loves him, and I
flamboyant.
and I like
wants to,
Reaper.
like, you know.
You
Flamboyant.
like him, right? So the people I know that know him like him. So I guess I like him. I don't know him that well. I can tell he's not humble, but I don't think he's inherently a bad guy. I'll put it to you that way. And if I did, I wouldn't be buying his products. I wouldn't be, I don't want to say shilling his products, but I wouldn't be promoting his products. And the Soul Elixir sold out, so it's not a matter of, oh, you could have moved more products for him by reviewing them, but it's a matter of saying, hey, you guys, because basically we're going off of faith, blind buying, right? And so if I say Soul Elixir was one of the best fragrances I smelled in the past 2 years, next time a Z Creator comes out, people are going to say, hey, you know what, George and Justin, they put out quality product. Other people have talked well about them. Let me go buy them, right? So that's kind of like where I'm at. But as far as George, I don't know him well enough to decide if he's a good or bad guy. I don't know him that well. But that gives me, I think, more credibility when I
He's a
say,
good
hey,
guy.
this is a good fragrance, you should buy it, right? If I was the type of guy that says Zohara, no offense, guys, Zohara,
I did that. Hey, are you saying Adam's a shill? Are you saying Kevin's a shill?
yes.
Oh, God damn, Kevin.
Well,
You got out.
Well, this is when I say shilling, Boz, and I think I misinterpreted. Boz said something about noble shilling. There's 2 types of shills. There's a shill. George Howard gives me a free bottle. I'm like, George, this is awesome, right? And then there's another shill like, hey, I like George. Man, George is a nice guy. I really like George. And then you don't say anything negative. I was talking about there's another fragrance called Day 3. There's another group. I met them at Scent Explorer. And I think the lady's Dominican, the guy, they're married, and they're very nice. I mean, they were very nice, interacting. I liked them. I personally liked them, right? But when I was asking, I asked, Dave Colley, the Colley's Groom Room, so hey man, is there a fragrance you think I should get? Or I asked Joe Anthony, like, oh man, you gotta try Day number 3, right?
He
And
has good taste in fragrances. I trust him.
And so I went and I tried Day number 3, some of the fragrance, and they were good. I mean, they were good, but I wouldn't say they were like standouts,
Yeah.
So and that's what I call noble shilling. They probably weren't getting any money or anything like that, but they like the owners, right? When you like somebody, you want to do business with them, right? So is that what you mean by noble shilling, Boz?
Yeah, well, also when you really like something, you really like a company, right? So you want to kind of help them sell more. That's cool. That's what I call noble shilling.
Right, yeah. You like a company, you like the people behind the company. Okay, I get it.
Also that, especially if you have met some of the people that work, work there.
Right, like I know Miami Cuddles, right? If I smell Mr. Miami and I think it sucks, I'm not gonna say, hey man, this sucks. I like Miami Cuddles. I would either not say anything or I would, promote it, right?
So did you like Making Sense, Mr. Miami?
I've not tried. That happened. I think the only thing I tried for Making Sense was
I didn't like Mr. Miami Nights. Mr. Miami Blue was really good. I mean, Fernando will tell you Mr. Miami Blue was good.
La Tacita de Café. Yeah, this is my Tacita de Café. And you see my mug? I'm so proud of it. I love it. I got it when I went to Yellowstone. I think it's really badass. You see it has a skull, bison skull. I don't know. One of the things when I travel, if I see a cool mug, I don't get a mug every time I travel, but if I see something cool, I pick it. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, okay. I just bought some ramen noodles the other day. I never had any. I think before I had these other kind of type of noodles. I was just wrote something.
I made
Don't slack on highlighting comments, AM. Tell them around. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. So I'm this far away. My screen is like that far away, so I can't really read the comments too well. So don't take offense. What I do like to do, I actually I don't really rewatch my videos. I do like to come in back and rewatch the comments sometimes. I have Mr. Miami Blue. See, Fernando knows that fragrance sucks, and he's shilling for you. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, when you know like that phrase, I mean, you
Well, it's
don't
not my
really
arms,
like
bro. It's
it,
my
but
eyes.
yeah, some guys they just, I guess, they getting free bottles. It's like really a turn on for them, and they will do, they will chill regardless whether they like it or not.
Well, I think getting free bottles does a couple of things. Number one, I've sold a lot of my fragrances, right? And so when you get a free bottle, that's cash you're getting, right?
Yeah,
And even if it's not cash, well, it's cash in the way it's a cash value, or it's a fragrance you like and you don't have to buy a bottle, or and this is the other thing, it gives you content. So you can make a video,
yeah,
make money off the video, and if you put an affiliate link, you can make money that way, right? So free
yeah, it's
bottles,
true.
you know, I'm not saying I don't care. I'm not one of these people that says, oh, you shouldn't get free bottles, you know. But you have to understand that there's conflicts of interest, you know. Like Anuj, for
Yeah,
example, right? I think Anuj has a great. I'm shilling for Anuj. I think Anuj has a great website, right? And I wouldn't be promoting it if I didn't think it was great. But I like Anuj. I know Anuj, right? I would, even if his website sucked, I wouldn't say, man, Anuj's website sucks, man. It takes him forever to
yeah, of
order.
course.
Fragrances come broken. You know, it's like I wouldn't say that, right? I'd work it out with them behind the scenes, but that's why you can't really trust, you know. So people shouldn't trust me when I say enchanteperfume.com is the best. But it is.
Yeah, I'm not like a big vintage guy, but yeah, I get it. I get you. Yeah,
I love vintage.
What happened to Miami
yeah.
Cuddles? Did you leave?
Some of
Yeah.
it is good, but yeah, I'm not that type who just wanna wear vintage. You know, like you gotta be the type. Yeah.
You know, people think I'm a vintage guy because I post a lot on my Instagram, and I do like vintage. But I like this most recent fragrance from Zara,
Mm,
and you know that's not vintage. That's kind of new. So, okay,
right.
now I want you to use you're kind of controversial. Okay, you say that you don't like Justin. Um, exactly why don't you like Justin? And don't make whatever you say. Make sure it can be verifiable. I don't want to besmirch the guy.
Oh, it's not anything that would besmirch him. He wasn't friendly toward me, and he spent the whole stream asking Erica questions and not talking to me or whoever else was on the panel with me. It was
Oh,
just
I
like
see.
an Erica
Oh,
and Justin show.
I didn't
Right, right,
even.
right.
Hang on. Did I watch that? I think I must have watched it, but I don't
So
remember
yeah, I
it.
get a sense he's not a man of the people. I think he's very, you know,
No, he's an
what can you do for me?
elitist.
And he's very, you know,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't think what I said was very controversial. I mean, this is the
Mm,
best fragrance of the past year. That's not a controversial statement, but maybe he's worried about his self-image. But then again, I say he's pitiable because, you know, if you have to walk around with such a thin shell around you and you have to,
yeah.
you know, hey, this guy can't, you know. Let me ask you, Boss, because we're talking about sensitivity. When Ramsey told you get the hell out of here with the Parfum de Marley because you liked it, did he block you or did he just say,
No,
okay,
no.
so he didn't block you?
He
Okay,
never.
good. I didn't want to disrespect. I have respect for.
No. Yeah, it was later on. He never really blocked me. Just later on, he told me they didn't really want me there.
Well,
Right out.
that's bad, man. At least he didn't block you.
No.
Listen, yeah, listen, you're okay if you want to like Parfum de Marley, Boss. You're more
I
than
was
welcome.
just shocked. This was first. I didn't know how this community worked back then. That was early on. For me. And then, like everybody, both him and the others, people in the chat were kind of making fun of the fact that I like Percival. Like I was like, what the hell is this? This shouldn't be the way this is going. This
Hey,
shouldn't be the
man,
way to do it. And
they,
so I kind of open about it on Dan's stream, and he didn't like that, of course. So yeah,
listen, man, they can stick with their old lady vintage fragrance. You wear Percival, you're gonna get some
yeah,
senoritas. You're gonna get some senoritas, man.
that's right.
It's
One
a
of the
compliment.
best fougères there is.
I think what happens with vintage people, I guess I'm choosing war because now I'm an event now. I
Yeah.
guess what happens with vintage people, oh, someone on.
Ironically, I'm not that into PDM now. It's just Harold and Percival mainly that I really like. Really, the others, like yeah,
Oh, so the problem with vintage people is that, and I include myself in here. Like, listen, you have to have
mm,
some self awareness, right? One of the appeals of vintage is, of course, they have like a higher dose of oak moss. They have some substances that are now banned, so you can't really replicate the smell. But a lot of it is a flex. Oh, I got the 1970 Paco Rabanne Porom. Which one do you have? The 1990s? How cute. How cute. I think a lot of it is a flex, right? I think a lot of it is flexing, like having something that nobody else has, right? And I think people can go down that rabbit hole. And then when you have something that's more commercial, more mainstream, it's not as allocated, more not as rare, and so the vintage people don't feel as special because everybody else can get this fragrance. You know what I'm saying?
Vintage smells, as may sound real funny. It smells dated. I mean, I think of course they obviously use different materials back then. So it can smell nice, but to me, like really kind of, I don't know, old fashioned and kind
What is
of
your
hard.
emergency?
What's going on?
We have an emergency. Dushan's in the house. We're talking about vintage, and Dushan pops up.
Mr. Vintage.
Dushan, you know that part of the reason you own those fragrances is a flex. Well, I have Guerlain Derby. What do you have?
I have vintage Guerlain Idol.
You have vintage Guerlain what?
Idol.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen that.
I like Lapidus.
Lapidus. I have Bellamy with the shaker bottle.
I have vintage Shalimar Extrait.
Shit, that was it was emergency stream, man. It was emergency stream. I was gonna play. I wanted to have like an emergency intro. Let me see here. Again, is there a way I can take a ROM off without going back to his highlighted comment? I'll just highlight somebody else. So if you do,
I like this one. That he took it as disrespect. This one, this picture. I mean, mocking. But that tells you everything about the ego of these guys once again.
911, what is your emergency?
I was going to play, you remember that song, Operator, this is an emergency? But I didn't feel like getting a copyright strike.
Right.
Let's see, John Matthews. I've gotten lucky a couple times over the years finding discontinued Guerlain bottles at thrift store. Interesting.
Well,
I'm sure if you get lucky, you can find some gems in there for sure. My sister-in-law, she goes, there's something here called estate sales. You heard of that, Kay?
She's gone.
Oh, she's like the siren. There's something called estate sales. It's pretty big around here. And what it is like, let's say somebody dies or husband and wife get divorced and, they're going broke. You can go in there and you can buy like a grill, you can buy furniture, you can buy jewelry. And sometimes they'll have like some bangers. My brother showed me a old man who recently passed away. He had like 10 colognes. He's like, hey, do you want any of these? It was stuff like a YSL loan. It was, stuff that I can get brand new. I didn't have to. But if there were some vintage bangers, I would have got one.
All right.
I said, I'm pretty sure that's not the reason why Dushan likes vintage. You are wrong, AM. No. I didn't say that's the only reason Dushan likes vintage. I said that is part. Dushan, you have to admit the fact, because you're always flexing about the vintage fragrances you have, right? That is part of the reason that you do it, is because it's an exclusivity thing. Yes, I like the fragrance, right? But it's also, shows, hey, I am a real, and I think that's what happens with Rich Mitch and Ramsey to a certain extent, that they like the fact that they have, it's a flex piece, right? It's like a Rolex, right? Like you don't need a Rolex, right? You don't need a vintage, but if you seek it out, it's partially a flex piece. I Dushan or Rich Mitch, I have vintage. I know how it
Night
feels, right?
nightmares being sarcastic in the chat.
Can you read what he says? It's like every time I have to like lean forward to
I
read it.
agree with Boss. Vintage old fashioned stuff sucks. It's like music, the old stuff like Elvis and the Beatles suck. The newer stuff like Katy Perry and Taylor Swift is better.
I
Well, it's
think he's being
that's
sarcastic there.
this is what I'm talking about. It's like, you are not supposed to not like being into vintage here. Otherwise, you suck. I guess in this community, like there's a lot of uh, yeah, prejudice. I believe.
No, thank you, Aram. I don't want to buy it, and then Aram blocks me afterwards when I say I like it.
Yeah. Listen,
Um,
I have to go now. I gotta.
okay. All right.
Beer.
Thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, no problem. No
All right.
problem.
Later,
All
boss.
right.
Have fun. All right, guys. So then there was one. I'll drop the link for anybody. Like I really, Neil has a way of sidetracking the discussion. Like I really didn't want to talk about Justin anymore, or even George. I really just, I think that the topic, it's a greater topic, is if you're on here, how much, how much privacy do you think you need? Number one. Obviously we're not talking about being doxxed, but what I mean by privacy is like, should you get mocked, right? Do you have the right to be on here and not get mocked? I have a little bit of dyslexia. And so when I read some stuff, I have to really slow it down because my mind goes ahead. And so I end up messing up. People say, oh, you're dyslexic. Yeah, if I'm out here and I'm reading stuff, that's, let's give you an example here. I have to get forward. It says, I found a few great deals on vintage bottles on eBay too, mostly before a decade ago. Yeah, I've had good experiences on eBay. I've never been, as far as I know, I've never gotten like a fake fragrance from there. I thought I did once, and then I ordered a decant from a decant site just to verify it, and it ended up being real. But the broader question now was, and the question I wanted to talk about was, how much privacy? Okay, look, we have a Reaper. Guys, don't block Reaper, please. Reaper, I made you a mod so they wouldn't block you, and then Dolly and Anna went missing. All right.
And
Hey, Neil.
then, okay, so I'm sorry I sidetracked. I thought that was the discussion. I'm sorry.
Well, that was a discussion directly about what I wanted to talk about was, like, for example, Reaper was, a little inebriated and he sang a song, "Alone Without You." And I took the video, right? And I made it seem like it was going viral within the fragrance community, right? Reaper didn't get mad. Reaper didn't block me. Reaper didn't, well, he did block me, but not for that. Reaper blocked me for other reasons. But Reaper took it, as a joke, right?
Yeah.
And
It's harmless fun. It's harmless fun. It's
harmless
not
fun.
like
Exactly.
it's
And
not
so,
real life. It's yeah.
but at what point, like, what's the threshold? Obviously, I'm not talking about doxing or personal things,
No.
or, like I say, if I would talk about Justin's mom or something like that, or his, wife, obviously that's immoral, horrible. Nowhere, it doesn't belong anywhere on space, right? But if I say something like, "This is Justin," and he goes ballistic, like, what are we talking? Like, what? I can't articulate it, but
Yeah.
how much respect do you want? At what point do you feel disrespect and say, I feel disrespected, and should it even be online if you're that sensitive to criticism? That's my question. Like, for example,
It's
Ross.
like okay, like Case fan. Was that out of line? Case fan, like criticizing how dirty Case fan was.
That was I think he did a rap song about that. Yeah, that was oh, I gotta do something here. Yeah, I think
I
that
mean,
was that okay? That was borderline. What do you think about that?
the Case fan. The thing
Yeah.
is, it was her fan. It wasn't her. It wasn't
Okay.
her. Like, but it's not like all a matter of being able to take it, right? Like I
Right. The
love
fan was
Anna.
the fan was pretty. I
I
gotta
love
admit.
Anna. Dude, I love Anna like to death. But I say, why are you talking like a robot? I mean, sometimes she sounds like a fucking robot.
But
But I love her to death. I swear to God, I could marry the woman. She's like my fucking wife. It's like we get along so well, like and so poorly sometimes, but we talk to each other like 24 hours a day. I love that woman so much.
but to
And,
be fair
and she'll
to
be
be,
like, "How come you said that on AM stream?" And then I'll make her laugh, and she'll forget about it. But everybody knows how she speaks. I mean, you know,
yeah, but to be fair, the fan was dirty, and
yeah, it
it
was
need
dirty.
it needed to be clean. Let's keep. He may have done her a favor, right? I think
Yeah,
that's fair as long as you don't like bring it up every single time and make her known for that, right? But busting balls every once in a while, or like Boz's toenail, right?
yeah.
Um,
Come on. It's so obvious. Boz's toenails are so obvious. If no, you could make fun of that.
Yeah, because it's one thing. Okay, like if I had like we get busy and sometimes and the toenails not like the fingernails. The toenails kind of sneak up on you, right?
Yeah,
And so if I saw my toenail was kind of long, I'd be like, I got to cut it, right? I wouldn't show my foot on camera. I think he got inspired by Anna because Anna was showing her feet, and
yeah. But
so
Anna has
he.
beautiful feet. Anna has fucking beautiful. Hey, I'll tell you what. Anna has the most beautiful hands. I gotta correct my. She knows. She says you always say something fucked up, but then you try to say something nice. But no, she does. Hey, in all honesty, Anna has beautiful hands. But the thing is, like when I see Boz's feet, I think they smell, and like,
No,
cause
see,
I'm like,
that's over. That's mean.
oh, I went over the line there.
I think it's okay to say, okay, his
It's
toenail needs to
fungus.
be trimmed.
It's fungus. No, it needs more than a trimming. It needs like a wash. He needs to use some, there's special soap for that and like scrub it. And yeah, no, you got to do that. I mean,
But no, I'm
uh,
saying like it's
check,
not like
check.
I don't want to like hyper analyze Boz. Get that shit out here, man. Come on. I don't want to hyper
But
analyze Boz, but I'm just saying
yeah,
like if his toenail is particularly long, and I think the toenail I forgot I measure how many millimeter grows per day per week. So I would say it's been a few weeks since he's cut well, probably a few months since he's cut that toenail.
he's got to soak them, and I could
Yeah,
let him
soak
know
them,
about some
soften them
good
up, and
products.
then
There's some
and
good
get.
products out there like antibacterial soap, and then there's like a soft scrubber, and you scrub the bottom and the top and
Wait, hold
all
on.
around.
No, I don't want this to be about Bob. I just wanted this. I was just using that as an example. Okay, he put himself out there. He focused in on his toenail. People are going to criticize. I think that's fair. But like, if every time I saw Boz, hey Boz, how's your toenail? Hey Boz, I think that's So also, it's not just what you say; it's also the frequency of what you say it, right? So,
Yeah, no stare
uh,
check.
but yeah, I think a lot of people, and the thing about online, and again, I'm going to include myself in this. I include you in it, right?
Uh-huh.
Not everybody online is narcissist, but and this is a fact. This is you can research, you can look this up. Uh,
Yeah,
Social media tends to attract narcissists, right? That's why you see these girls on
yeah,
Instagram taking pictures of themselves and posing, right? And
yeah.
so, what is one thing about narcissists that we know in criticism? Do you know?
I don't get the question.
How do narcissists receive criticism?
When somebody tells them the truth.
No. When I'm saying like if you're critical of a narcissist, they're very hypersensitive, right? Uh,
Yeah.
and so I'm not saying
They
Justin's a
don't they don't
narcissist.
like to they don't like to hear the truth. It's almost like I don't want to bring politics. This isn't political, but like if you say something about an Antifa about their blue hair, it's like they get overly sensitive because it's like it's truthful. Like you got the septum ring in, and when people make fun of people with septum rings, it's like they know they fit that stereotype, and it hurts them. It hurts them. It that's they overreact. I think was that what you're looking for? No, probably
Yeah,
not.
no. I, and I there are people out there that we know are narcissists, and when you criticize them, they lash out, right? Or they're very sensitive to criticism, and maybe that might be why because it seems like a lot of the people within the fragrance community are hypersensitive, right? And I
Yeah,
was going to talk about Ross, and I never talk about Ross. I don't really. He's not my cup of tea, right?
yeah.
But and I think they focus on him way too much on the jerks. But there is a reason he is featured on there, right? He's featured on there because he's kind of an ass to his viewers, and then he says, "Oh, you don't get my humor," right? And he's also featured on there because him posing, and you can say he has some narcissistic traits, right? I'm not saying he's a narcissist, but
Okay,
so
so in all fairness, I spoke to him on the phone. He's a nice guy. But like, and then, I was recommended just be friends with the guy. But dude,
who
on
recommended that to
Facebook.
you?
But wait.
What kind of recommendation is
Then
that?
so then I'm in some Facebook groups, but I don't like post like my channel. I just look in there to see what people are talking about. But it was like every time he put out a video, he would share it in a group. But he shared it in every group. And to me, it was just it was like, what the hell are you doing, man? And I couldn't take it anymore, and I just kind of unfriended him. Not that I don't like the guy, but I was like, and then on the Zaharoff group called the Zed Lounge, I'm in there because I like George,
Is that
right?
Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook. But
Is that
there's
like the
two people. There's
Paperclip
two
Chronicles, or
people.
that's different?
No, that's Facebook Zed Lounge, right? There's two people in there that are always doing. There's like the ampersand all. Like so what it does, if you're in a Facebook group, it notifies everybody that you have an announcement. Like it means something. And like there's two people who do that at all the time. And I know his reaction will be like, well, I don't give a shit. But it's fucking annoying, man. It's like I love that I'm in the Zed Lounge, but I don't feel like seeing at all the time because it gives them exposure, right? It gives them exposure,
Well,
and
and that's the reason why I
it's
blocked out.
sort of that is sort of narcissist. Yes, that is narcissist to say at all. It's the same thing with uh what's his name? The guy from the Bronx, the really poor guy with that mole. He was writing in all caps. And that was like, dude, you're shouting. Like we're all people. There's what on Smelly Stream, there's 50 of us here,
Oh, you talking about
and we're all
Marcial?
yeah, and it
Yeah,
was just
I've been talking to Marcial. I can't go there. But go ahead. You can say
no,
what you want to say.
yeah. I won't even watch because I'll be honest. I'm sorry, I can't watch. That guy is irritating. But like, why do you have to write in all caps, right? But
Yeah,
people may say, well, why are you doing a nose check? Like, are you? It's because you want attention? No, it's
a
kind
nose
of
check.
funny. Like nose hair
Oh,
check.
okay.
Right? Or a foot check, right? I'm not going to show you the foot again, but it's kind of funny. It's funny. It's like, I guess, am I looking for attention? I'm trying to lighten up everything. That's all.
I mean, that's different than I mean, like, yeah,
Yeah,
if I have something on my tooth or my nose hair is kind of long, I'll that's you want to be presentable, right? People have to look at you, so. But
yeah.
I don't think that's like a narcissistic thing necessarily. But
No,
yeah,
yeah,
I
but
think that
no,
this
but
space is very. I'll tell you somebody else who blocked me was Max Forte.
oh
Um,
really? The vampire guy.
I can't remember. I said, oh yeah, I commented. Oh, I commented on one of his videos. On one of his videos, he says, "Oh man, I love this fragrance. I wear it all the time." And the fragrance was completely full. And I was like, "How often do you wear this fragrance?" And he took my comment off. Now that I can see, why he would do that, right? I would have left it on. Like, what?
Nah, he should have just left it. Unless like people on my thing they're writing the PEDO or whatever. No, like that's not even fucking true. It's like they do really
No, that's
nasty shit.
obvious. That's
No,
obvious.
that's obvious. Like, no, I take that off. But
But
like
I mean,
it's like
It,
if somebody's accusing you of being a shill, um, so what? You know?
well, the other thing is, if somebody accuses you of being a shell, that means other people think about it, and then if you remove it, people are going to be like, "Oh, this guy, the truth hurts. This hit the guy hard, right?" But with Max Forday, I forgot what it was, but he kept saying how much he loves his fragrance. He wears it all the time, and then like it was 100% full. He could have said, "Oh, this is my backup bottle," right? Or he could have, or he could have said, "You know what?
Oh,
Yeah, you got me. I
but
don't
then
wear it
he
all the
would
time."
then he would have been lying. Yeah. So like in other words, you caught him in a lie, and he didn't like it. He could have like sprayed it in the air at least. Like if it, hey, I'll be honest. If I got a free fragrance and somebody was giving me $5,000, right? Because that's how much it costs. They just hit me with a $5,000 bill for to finish my windows, and I say I need my windows done, man. And they say, hey, we'll give you $5,000 if you talk great about this fragrance. I'd spray like 20% of it out, right? I just spray it until until it's like 80% full. Guys, I've been wearing this fragrance every day ever since I've had it. And I've been spraying 20 sprays every time. And then they give me 5,000 bucks and I can finish up my windows, So it's like a matter of what's more important to me, like windows or like being exposed for shilling a fragrance. Hello? I can't hear you. Hello? Hold on. Okay. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, let me go out and come back in. I can hear it. I can't hear you. I don't know why. Oh, I can't hear you. Are you muted? What is the chat saying? Is the chat saying you're not? Let me go back out. Come back in again.
Malfunctions here. Can you guys hear me? Yes or no? Yes or no? Neil, can you hear me? Neil, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can?
I
Okay.
don't
So
know if it's on your end or my end,
I
but
had
how much
to.
privacy? Let me answer. So,
Well, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
but don't speak because I can't hear you if you're speaking.
Okay.
I can't hear. But how much privacy should we have? Um, I guess as much as we put out there, like in terms of personal details like names or anything like that, that should be out of line. And just tell me when to stop. Go like that. Yeah, so uh yeah, that's all I had to say, but I can't hear you, so there's like no conversation here.
Let me. How about now? Can you hear me now? Well, I don't know what happened. This streamer, I didn't really do anything. What happened was my mic disconnected by accident, I think, and then the sound just went haywire. Yeah, Neil, anybody who wants to hop on, I'm about to wrap up the stream shortly. If you guys want to keep it going, super chats away to my heart. So I think, I think I said what I needed to say. And again, I didn't want to point out Justin. He's not the first one to block me. He probably is not the last one to block me. But it's funny because I consider myself, a mild-mannered, middle-aged dad, right? And let me see here, 2 hours minimum. Oh, 2 hours minimum. How much are we at? What's the time here? Oh, 140. Shit, I got 20 more minutes. Okay, that's right. I forgot. That's a stream rule. You have to go for at least 2 hours. Yeah, I consider myself a mild-mannered, middle-aged, dad. Living in a middle-class suburban neighborhood. I don't think I'm really that much of a controversial figure, and so that's what got me thinking is like, I'm not like RXL, for example, right? RXL has some really spicy takes. Everybody remembers when he talked about the Wayans family being, what he said about the Wayans family. Boz has some really hot takes. Boz has pissed a lot of people off. I don't think I've said anything super controversial in my past. I don't comment on people's looks. I don't comment about their family. I don't do any of that stuff. I keep it mostly fragrance related, or at least fragrance stream related. Where's the super chat? I'm just kidding, Deshaun. I remember Mr. Smell used to say, super chats. That's the fuel. It's the fuel that keeps me going. I will never do super chats on here, even if I get monetized. Yeah, I'm a pretty bland guy, I don't consider myself particularly controversial. So when God, I can't read that. It says for 30 people who are not subscribed, will definitely not subscribe to him now. Ha ha ha. What is your status? This? I can't read. What's that say? What's that say? Oh no. Oh no, 30 people are not subscribed. I don't get that. Neil the cuck. See, I don't say stuff like that. I don't call people cucks or anything like that. I'll unblock you, the moment you act like Scottie Pippen again. Well, Reaper, I unblocked you on Instagram because I was feeling like a hypocrite. Here I am in compliance with other people, but you blocked me first. You blocked me first. You blocked me first, Reaper. You blocked me first. So I went back and blocked. But then I saw when I unblocked you, I said, oh, Reaper unblocked me. Okay, cool. But there's still the issue about you coming back the next day, Dahlia and Anna being blocked. Not sure who did it. I suspected you because you came on my stream and you said, let me tell you something, young lady. This is for boys only, no girls. AM, kick her off. And then I didn't kick her off. And then next day I made you a mod because I felt bad. People kept timing you out. And then, and then those people went missing. So I'm not saying it was you, Reaper. I didn't blame you. I'm just, putting 2 and 2 together. Sometimes 2 and 2 adds up to 5. Yeah. So the point of the matter is, if you're going to be online, you're going to have to take criticism. I'm on here right now. Now, today I did say today was one of my more controversial days. Okay. Look, Mark calls me a rat. I'm not blocking him. Today's one of my more controversial days. But even today, I didn't say anything that I think it's not true. Right. I can see how people were upset by what I said. Actually, Mike, Mike, you don't have to show your face. If you want to come on and talk about, you know, wait, who's this? Team Hot Italian. What the heck?
Oh shit! Yeah,
Can you hear me now, Neil?
yeah. I can hear you now.
Yeah, StreamYard sucks, man. I don't know. There's another service called Restream. I was also going to stream from OBS, but man, OBS is such a high learning curve. It's like so many things you got to fidget with, whereas StreamYard or Restream is just kind of easy to do.
I like Streamlabs a lot. Whatever, people have issues with it, but
you know what I don't like about Streamlab?
Huh?
I can't hop on stream on my phone. Like with the Safari, with the Safari operating system, if I go and I hop on, I can't. It won't let me. So I have to go through either Google or I use. So
it doesn't let you choose a browser.
No, I have to. I have to. The default browser is Safari, but I use. It won't let me go in through Safari, and that's why I was like, man, can't get into Streamlabs. So I use DuckDuckGo. I have DuckDuckGo on my stuff, and if I go through DuckDuckGo, it lets me get in. Yeah. So I mean, like, look at me. Look how I'm dressed. I'm dressed like a dad.
Yeah.
Like, why do you think? Why do you think I'm not a troll?
Bring up the topic. So I think you were trying to say like certain things are out of bounds. How far is out of bounds?
Yeah, like how sensitive are you going to be? I guess. Oh, Neil, what's that say? Neil, the cuck, Red Yoshi, nice. He leveled up. Oh, okay. So whoever this guy,
you know who's gone over the line. But
whoever's calling you a cock knows about video games, Nintendo in particular.
Yeah, Neil knows how to moonlight. No wonder women are helpless when they enter his lair. Anna, you listening? See.
So Neil, yeah, the bottom line, I guess I'm not articulating this right, but what's your level of, not privacy? That's a bad word, but what's your level of criticism? At what point are you a bitch? When you start blocking people, at what point are you like, okay, this is legitimate? So we know the obvious answers, right? Doxing, mentioning civilians in your, family, whatever, bringing up your career. People say, oh, Albert, like for example, Alberto Marias, right? Like, oh, Alberto Marias. Well, that's a bad example. Let me start. So someone might say to me, hey, AM, I know what your career is. People have told me that. Kay told me that. I was like, Kay, how do you know? She told Boz told me. And I'm like, I haven't told Boz what I do for a living. Boz doesn't know what I do for a living. And I go, it doesn't matter what I do for a living, right? It doesn't matter what you do for a living. When you're online, you're online. It doesn't matter what Yoshi does for a living. It's irrelevant.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Address what's being spoken about on stream.
Yeah. Well, I think curiosity killed the cat. And you have a very respectable career.
No, I don't want to talk about my career. No.
But you're an exotic male dancer. That's why I think. That's why you're a hunk.
I think it's possibly, and I don't know. And I don't know how close you are with George Zaharoff, but I think this all could have possibly been a misunderstanding. I think it could have been all a misunderstanding. And if George wants to talk to me privately,
I know what it is.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me your hypothesis.
They're very cliquish.
Who's they? Zaharoff and Justin? Like who are you talking about? Dave?
There's you know who I'm talking. I'm not going to mention any names, but they're very cliquish.
Yeah, but that has something to do with individuals.
Don't go over to his stream. Captain and Coke came over here. Noticers over here. Autumn Clark
Well,
is over
wait.
here.
To be fair,
It's almost like it's like they're falling apart. No, it's all one.
To be fair, they probably were happy to get rid of Noticer. They're like, okay, you can keep that one. So let's be fair. Okay, the rest, yeah, maybe Autumn, maybe.
I mean, because Captain was like the MVP of the streams over there. Because
Captain says he still goes there. So it's not like
he's a retired police officer. How can you not respect a retired
I just told you,
police officer?
Don't bring people's career. It has nothing to do.
But he mentioned it. He mentioned it.
I know I'm saying, but it's irrelevant what he does for a living. I think when he comes on like when he gives Boz advice, it's very sound advice. It comes like from a very fatherly place, and I think that he gets respect for that. Yeah. But like you say, all these people came over. I don't think they left over there completely, right? And like I said, no one has a monopoly on anybody, right?
Exactly. Like like Captain always says, he's a free agent. And yeah, but it's sort of like the issue of loyalty.
The guy Neo is wild. I love it. # rent free. Does he realize how this looks, or is it a skit? Well, someone lives rent free.
Yeah.
Who lives rent free in your head? Anna? Anna nowadays.
Oh yeah, Anna. Here's the issue with that. They want Anna. They want Anna. and they want to get Anna on their side, and they'll write private messages on Facebook, and Anna doesn't respond. And
oh shit, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah.
Like messages like saying, "Hey, leave that loser, come to us."
I
mean, that's pitiful. If you're begging people to come to your, I don't believe it. That would be too pitiful. I can't imagine me going up to people and say, "Hey,
no, it's screen shared. It's screen shared."
What stays backstage? It should stay backstage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and obviously she's a hot Italian woman, and they want her. And they can't have her, and they're frustrated with that. So they talk shit about her.
It says, "This is the best stream of the year. Just keep talking." Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they could say, she's hard to handle or what else they said. But shit, they ain't going to New York City with her, or they're not talking on the phone to her.
Reaper said, "Did Justin block you on YouTube?" I don't know. I think just Instagram. I mean, I don't know. And I wouldn't, like I said, I don't even know if I follow Justin. I don't follow a lot of perfumers anymore.
I don't know. Okay, so
YouTube, yes, but I don't know if to block
all anything. I know about Justin. Okay, I don't know anything about Justin. But okay, so he used to always talk about Varvatos Vintage, right?
Yes, I have that.
Okay, great fragrance, and it was like $18 at the time.
Yeah,
great
I got it like 125 or something like that.
Yeah, but then he left because it just wasn't worth it. But then all of a sudden he'd have a whole lineup of all these niche fragrances. I'm like, you're going from an $18 fragrances to a set of $250 fragrances all lined up. And I was like, oh, he's changed. Right? But it's sort of like the issue with me with my window. Hey, we need 5,000 or we can't do any more. Right? So it's just like, okay, so he might be in that situation. He's like, do I continue to talk about Varvatos Vintage, or do I talk about these 6 niche fragrances with my coupon code? It's all about coupon codes, sponsorships, money. Life is, I've said this to Anna before and she agrees, everything in life is about money. So if somebody says, oh, you're a shill for that brand, I'm like, well, they're paying me. What do you want? I'm getting my windows done.
I'm not inherently against having affiliate codes, so long as you are honest and say, listen, I'll give you an example. Mark, what's his name? Robes,
Rosa?
right?
Robes.
No, Robes, Mark Robes. So he did a review on a fragrance, right? And the fragrance, I'll tell you the fragrance name. It's
Now he shields for his friends. Trust me.
well, I'm not. No, I know, but
Because he's
I'm not
not
talking
exactly 100% honest like everybody
No, but
says.
I'm talking about this is what I'm talking about. He showed for Fragrance du Bois. I think it's called Oud Blue Intense. All right. He fucking ripped it. He ripped it. He just completely ripped it.
Yeah,
Didn't
so
like it.
It's just because
can I
he rips
finish?
okay, go ahead. Sorry.
All right. So
But that's
he
what some people think. Oh, he's honest because he ripped this one. Okay, go ahead.
No, but he completely ripped it. Okay.
Yeah.
But the way he described it, he said it's not really that blue. It has orange on top. It has myrrh. It's slightly woody, and the way he would describe it, I was listening to it. I was like, this sounds like something I would like, even though he doesn't like it, right? And so he described it accurately, and he described it well. And at the end, he says, "This is a piece of shit." Whatever. I ended up buying the fragrance based on his description.
See, bad advertising is all good advertising. Yeah.
As long as you describe it, because like I said, like with the Justin fragrance, I don't like. I mean, this fragrance is not overly sweet. I don't want to exaggerate it, but I typically don't like boozy sweet fragrances. That's I've said it 100 times, right? But I like this one, right? And so for someone like me to say that, and like I said, no one can accuse me of being as a horror show. I think that carries more weight than Scott Amoretico saying it. And again, I don't want to talk bad about Scott Amoretico. I don't know him. I've never met him. He seems very Aromatica. Okay, he seems very enthusiastic about the Zahara brand. Good for him. But I think people who've been around a while look at that review. I'm like, oh, here's Scott again, right? And that's fine. Like I said, I'm a Creed fanboy. Like if I say a old Creed fragrance is good, people are like, I know AM's taste. It's probably not that good, So that's all. That's all I was saying. That you should have people. You should have a wide variety of people criticizing your fragrance, and then without blocking them. And I wasn't even critical. That's the thing. I actually said it's one of the best fragrances out there. We're just going to talk about it today. I was going to ask Reaper what he thought about the new Seamless Soul.
No, so what happened is Christian used to send me
let me read
all
this
types
here.
of fragrances, like a box of 20 fragrances, right? And there was some I didn't like, right? And he says, so you talk about it and just say you don't like it. And he said the same thing. Even though you don't like it, somebody else is going to like it.
Exactly.
Right? Because it's all subjective, right?
Exactly.
And
one man's treasure is another man's gold.
And so he sent me that fragrance 3 times. And he goes, come on, man, talk about it. And it was like a violet fragrance. And no.
I like violet.
Well, yeah, but then 3 other, I don't want to bring race into it, but they liked it. 3 other guys from a different race. They're like, oh my God, this is great. So my opinion, I like Floyd aftershave. I'm wearing Floyd aftershave right now. I love that shit. It's a Spanish barbershop. But, I don't like compliment. Like when somebody says, oh, it's a compliment fragrance. I don't like that. Like, oh, it's going to drop. It's like there's a whole wide array of fragrance reviewers. Oh, this is going to drop panties. Like, I don't want to drop.
Me either. I hate that shit when women compliment me and drop their panties. It sucks.
But see, I think Fragcom used to be like Ike Does Stuff, who, he'd get 500 views on a video and, talking about like Yadigan or some old school fragrance like Pierre Cardin and, stuff like that. And I liked Fragcom back then. But now it's almost like, there's some like coupon codes and it's a money-making thing. It's all money-making. And that's why I didn't really want to review fragrances.
Well,
it's all about money-making.
Let's keep this in mind. Okay. So I've been married for a long time. No plan on not being married. Right. And the reason I got fragrances was, I don't, even though I'm married, if someone comes up to me and says, hey, you smell nice, young man, Well, I'm not young anymore. Hey, you smell nice, middle-aged man.
Mhm.
I like it. I like, oh, thanks, right? Now, if they compliment me and they're kind of far away, I know that's a nice way of them saying, hey, your cologne's too strong. So I'm a little, cognizant of that,
Yeah.
right? But if you look at the fragrance community, right, there's a disproportionate number, present company included, of like middle-aged men that are single.
Mhm.
And there's other young guys that are single. And I think that it's and I'm not saying this about you, Neil, but generally speaking, a lot of guys, and I won't say any names, but a lot of guys are like, you know what? I could work out. I can buy nicer clothes. I can do this. I can do that.
Anna
I
told
can
me
wear,
that yesterday. I should lose weight.
or I can wear a fragrance, and that will solve all my problems. And so I think a lot of guys look for a quick, easy fix for their, lack of dating. And so they say maybe a fragrance would help. And then back then when I joined, Jeremy was hot, not hot. Well, I guess he was hot looking, but I'm saying he was hot like within the fragrance community. He was, he was hot. He was trending, and he was a good looking guy. He was wearing fragrances, and there's girls everywhere, right, in Germany. And so people, I think he really did a lot for the fragrance. He got me into the fragrance community, right? Because when I first started searching fragrances, it was him and the perfume guy who were popping up a lot. But I think the fragrance community attracts people like that, right? Like if you have someone like Elon Musk, or who's a good looking rich guy that
Yeah, like why would they do it?
I know.
Now it's almost like,
I know this is
why would
cliche,
you
but
do that?
I'm gonna use Brad Pitt because I know it's kind of cliche, right?
Yeah.
But Brad Pitt, I don't think he's going to be out there looking for the top 10 penny droppers. He's going to wear something that he thinks makes him smell good, and move on with his life. Maybe 2 or 3 fragrances, and that's it.
Yeah. Now, why would you show fragrances? You got 2 huge grills behind you, 200-foot trees, right? I mean, this guy has some sort of money. Like,
shout out for the
codes. No coupon codes.
Shout out to 200-foot trees. No.
So if you say something's good, I know it's good. It's like, okay, I gotta check this out.
Well, like I'm wearing Herb Vivas. You told me casually, hey, Herb Vivas is a good fragrance.
How is Herb Vivas?
I wasn't a big fan of the first 2 H24s. And then when I went to the airport, I put it on. I was like, it smells. Yes, I dig this, right? It was reasonably priced, so I purchased it.
I bet your wife likes it too, right?
I haven't asked her.
Oh,
I did ask her about the Justin one. She didn't like that one. Mike, come on, man. You have to show your face.
Big money, big trees.
I would like to get. Okay, I'm gonna show the trees again, since backed by popular demand.
Big money.
All right, here you go. Ready?
So fucking funny.
Hey,
by the way, Mike was on fire on Anna's stream last night. Holy
I know. He was talking shit about me.
Dude, he's like, fucking AM isn't a fence sitter. He's the fence. Holy shit, he was hilarious. Dude, I was getting ready to go to the VA, and I'm cracking up, man.
All right, here we go. Ready? Shout outs to the 200-foot.
Bambi eyes. Hey, I was the one who came up with Bambi eyes.
Okay, you see this? Now I'm on the second floor right now on this deck, so you can only imagine how big these trees are. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Am I at the top? No, I'm not at the top. There's more to go.
The thing is, I call him Bambi eyes.
Look at
not
that.
Because it's almost like a pretty boy. It was sort of like who wants to have Bambi eyes as a guy? Bambi eyes. Hey, if I met a woman and she had Bambi eyes, so it was sort of an insult, but he went with it, and it's funny. It's sort of like deer in the headlights.
Well, it's funny.
I look at people, and my mind works behind the scenes thinking of like what they remind me of, right?
Well, it's funny because Mike, there's a burner that keeps coming on. It's called You Smell, right? The guy, it's called You. Is it You Smell? I forgot the name of the burner. Yeah. But it's a guy that kind of resembles Mike a little bit, not really. Yeah. If you click, it doesn't. But the guy who comes on as the burner talks just like Mike. I was like, whoever's behind this burner, I call him Latafa Mike because it's not the real Mike. He's a clone. He's a dupe. But whoever's behind that burner knows who Mike is, knows the way he talks.
So like, let's be honest. If like we're all in prison, right? We committed identity theft. Yeah. And then you know, there's some guys in there, bad breath. And then, a new prisoner comes in and it's Mike. And you look at him and you like, shit, I haven't had anything in a while, and I'm in here for life. I'm a lifer. It's the closest thing you're gonna get. Put a wig on them.
Yeah, I think,
Okay, that's a little weird. Okay, sorry.
now you got overboard. I
Okay.
think. Can you see my face? I'm half in the sun.
Yeah,
Anyways.
I see your face. Yeah.
Okay, so who's John Matthew? He's
John.
kind of
What's
new.
up, John?
He
Panty
has some,
Dropper Compliment Beast. Yeah, he's been around. He comes to all my streams.
he has pretty good takes. He has pretty good takes. I agree with that.
Is meant to prey upon dudes' insecurities, especially coming from female influencers. Yeah.
I'll be honest, like when I first started and I was looking for fragrances, I looked all around and then I saw Demi Rawling. And back, I mean, I think she's dropped a little bit, but back then she was really, really pretty. And I'm like,
yeah,
Demi Rawling likes this fragrance. Oh, maybe I should try it out. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the fragrances I haven't bought them, but some of the ones she recommended.
All the ones she recommended were horrible. Oh,
the Gospel of Matthew. So John Matthews season 1. Okay, so he's before me then. Because I'm like season what? I came in 2021.
Like, I'm not going to name the houses that she was showing in the beginning, but they
Parfum
were
de Marley's.
Well, there wasn't Parfum de Marley, but they were like poor sellers, and they just it's like they needed a little boost. Remember Jeremy used to talk about Aqua Amara.
That was slightly after I got in. That was before I got in. I remember you did a video Aqua Amara.
Yeah, because it was the thing is, I think Aqua Amara needed a little boost, and there was a little money being exchanged there because Aqua Amara smelled like rotten eggs. Like it was horrible. Like
that was the one in the brown bottle, right? The brown disc.
Yeah. And
Bambi eyes.
Bambi eyes.
You got Betty Davis eyes. What's going on, Mike?
Oh man, I'm a little jet lagged.
What happened?
I was traveling all night.
How's that?
I went to Pound Town.
What fragrance were you wearing?
Oh, it's just that natural pheromones. I don't even think I had anything on. Yeah.
I saw you last night, man. You were hot last night. You were on fire.
Yeah, he was.
Now listen, when
Neil said I was gonna be someone's prison bitch. That's kind of crazy. That's ultimately what got me to hop on. I was like, damn, bro.
I didn't even know how that came up.
Like if I were you, I would. If I were him, I would not want to go to prison. To be honest,
Neil, you go down the rabbit hole, man. I don't even know how we ended up as a prison bitch.
He's got the big brown eyes and the pretty boy face. If someone sees this soap going down the crack of his back, he's fucked.
That's why Mike's been working out, man. You don't want to be no prison bitch.
You want to be the ugly guy in prison.
Yeah.
So, Mike, I wanted to have you on because you're a thoughtful guy. What do you think about criticism? I don't know if did you see some of my stream? I got blocked by. I think he's your boy. I think. Don't you get along with him?
Who?
Justin.
Yeah, Justin's fine. We've never made any content together.
But what do you think about not Justin necessarily? What do you think about being sensitive online when because people are going to be critical. People have been critical of you, right? I've seen it.
This is like.
Well, first of all, before you tell me about that, who do you think is the Latafa Mike that's duping you? He definitely knows who you are because he talks like you. He knows the lore.
Probably Rick.
Yeah.
Like
Rick and Bill get blamed for all the burners. That's funny.
It's like John Castro. Remember John Castro? He used to do fragrance reviews. Oh, that looks good. He used to do fragrance reviews, and he would be eating a meal. I miss those fun. You don't know John Castro?
Dogman, right?
Yeah, Dogman.
Did he have burners or no?
Homemade salsa, y'all.
Nice.
Homemade?
Yeah.
Or you killed an animal, or you just got the ingredients?
No, my coworker made it, or his wife made it and started selling it out. Yeah.
Man, that's the best sausage, man.
Not sausage, bro. Salsa.
Oh, I can't see, dude. My thing is, I thought you said sausage. Homemade salsa is good too. Homemade salsa is good too.
So what were you asking me about
Oh, so
Justin?
the topic today was about sensitivity when you're online, and like you know what, like if you saw my thing, you saw what I posted about Justin, right? Did you see it?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna show you real quick. I got blocked for this post. Did you see? I don't know if you saw my review. I know you've been busy. Did you see my review of the new Zahara fragrance?
I saw a little bit of it where you smelt it and then it like went to like this like other dimension type deal. Like you were
Oh yeah,
daydreaming or
yeah. I was
something.
like,
Yeah.
okay, this is a post in question here. Sorry if you guys have seen it already, but it's new to Mike, so I'm gonna double click here, and how can I make this bigger just by itself? Okay, so here it goes, and I blocked the names out, but it's a fragrance called Soul Elixir, Justin, and then I tagged them on it, and then I wrote easily one of the best new fragrance. Well, Soul Elixir by Zahara. I tagged both of them. Easily one of the best new releases of the past couple of years. Okay.
All right.
And I got my ass blocked.
For
Got
that?
me blocked, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, so I was kind of taken aback. I was like, what? Wait, what? So, what are your thoughts? Do you think that was inappropriate or like?
No, I think like your initial thumbnail, right? It was kind of like trying to farm up some engagement. It kind of gave the impression maybe that you were going to talk shit about them. Maybe that's what it was.
Okay, I'm not bringing up any names, but post it again and tell me it
Oh,
doesn't
shit.
remind you of somebody else in the community that maybe I don't like. But
This
that guy
reminds-
has more. He has like more wrinkles on his forehead, though.
This is me.
I know
say,
it's you. I get it. I get it.
You don't like me?
No, I do like you, but there's somebody
Nobody
else.
likes me.
There's somebody else who posts all AI thumbnails.
Oh, man. Well,
And
but
maybe,
see-
and he said the same thing. He said, "This is Justin."
Woo!
He can't do woo though. His voice goes, "Whoa."
But no, you're friends with Randy, right? I thought I've seen you stream with Randy before, or am I making that up? Or you're friends with Scott? You're friends with somebody, man. I know you're friends with people.
I'm friends with a lot of people. Yeah, I love Scott. Yeah,
Okay,
Scott's a great
yeah,
guy. Man.
I have no beef with Scott, right?
Yeah.
The point I was trying to say is that he you have to admit he's a Zahara enthusiast, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is that the why do you think
I might be the wrong guy to be asking this stuff because I love Zahara as well. I think George is a great guy.
We all think
no,
George is a
we're
great
not
guy.
talking about George. We're talking about the
that was
post.
like we talked
Because
about
I
that
didn't
for
get-
like an hour.
I didn't get banned on
Yeah.
YouTube. I got banned on Instagram for posting that. Like, what do you think was wrong with that post?
I don't think anything was wrong with that specific post. I don't know if you said something in the, but then again, Justin, he doesn't really like do the
humor.
drama. Yeah, he doesn't do the drama thing. He seems like
That
a
was no
fairly,
drama.
like serious.
It's not even drama. It's humor.
But that was
It's
no drama.
humor.
That was me putting the fragrance saying
It's a little
the best.
humorous.
But he might
think it's
attach you.
funny.
He might attach you to the drama side of things. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't think
Even-
he knows who I was before that.
The thing is, does Justin have a sense of humor? It boils down to that.
The obvious answer is no. That I think I can safely answer. No,
Yeah.
he doesn't have a sense of humor. But like I said, that post wasn't even that funny. It was just like I liked it because I kind of looked like a badass there, holding the bottle
Yeah.
and contemplate. Hey, this is Justin. Now you say that my thumbnail from the previous one.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw my review, I said it was a great fragrance. By the way, you should try it if you could get your hands on it. It is a good fragrance. But
I liked Brass and Soul, and I liked the one that came after that.
this is better. The Second Soul. This is better than Second Soul.
Okay. Yeah.
And even my wife would. My wife maybe tolerates 10. Well, she likes about 10% of my fragrances. Even when I had her smell it, she's like, "Oh, it smells good." Now I said it before. My wife does like booze, so maybe that might be why.
Seraphine Blue is very good too.
She'll get pissed if she hears that.
Seraphine
George-
Blue.
This
George
is a fake
did-
boss because it has a dot on it.
George gifted this one to my wife. He's a good guy,
Nice.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't ask me to do no any review or anything. He just sent it to her.
The funny thing is, Ross's first fragrance was very good, and it got trashed. I think even Curly fragrance trashed it. It was
Business over pleasure.
it was like
I've smelt it. It's like an iris blue fragrance type deal.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean,
Mhm.
I thought it was nice. I mean, it wasn't like the best
Getting hot.
fragrance I've ever smelled, but I thought the Seraphim Blue was a lot better.
Yeah, Seraphim Blue is good, but that's not Seraphim Blue is not Ross's fragrance. That's
Which one?
so
Oh, is that?
Ross's fragrance is Business Over Pleasure, Evening Mystique, and then now he has that tropical one. Yeah, but
I thought Seraphim Blue was okay. Yeah,
no, that's not his fragrance. But he said he likes it. This is one of his favorite fragrances, obviously.
yeah, it's real nice.
But
Yeah.
Mike, I think the topic, what I wanted to hear your perspective from, and you say the wrong person. No, you're actually the right person.
Wow.
What is appropriate? Like at what point should, what's block worthy and what's not block worthy? And I know you have pretty thick skin, so that's why you're the right person to ask. Because we already saw what thin skin people do. Like, what makes you say, you know what, I'm removing this comment? I'm sure you were going some comment. You've been doing this for a while, right?
I don't really remove anything ever, man. Like, I don't block people. I really don't censor people. I like people just kind of get what they need off. But I mean, if he's making a certain amount of money, like kind of like Dan would do the same thing, right? Dan would like act like he wants to hang out and make jokes and crack jokes, but he also has a brand that he's trying to, make money on. So you got to be mindful.
It's all about money.
Yeah, you got to be mindful of that.
Everything in this, like people that.
Well, I call bullshit because I have a company called Absolute Studio, and look where I'm at. So Stay Fresh Production is not better than Absolute Studio.
No, you don't have to 200-foot trees behind it.
So have y'all ever had a conversation?
Who?
You and
George?
You and Justin.
No, I don't know that guy. I don't think I've been on the stream with him. I mean, I think he's interacted with me. Huh?
You and George have had conversations before, right?
A long time ago, I've talked to George on the Reaper stream.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But like, I wouldn't say I don't have any animosity towards anybody.
Fernando
Even the fragrance dude that we kind of. I mean, the fragrance dude is behind the meme. This is Justin.
Second Soul right here.
Yeah, I like Second Soul actually. That's one of the reasons I bought this fragrance. But trust me, man, if you could, I know it's sold out, but if you could get your hands on it, look, I'm still promoting it. What a guy.
So
you gotta get your hands on it, man.
You liked the fragrance, right?
Yeah, I love it. I just said I think it's the best fragrance release in the past 2 years that I've smelled. Like I said, I haven't smelled everything. Obviously, there's too many fragrances. But
so, what's the issue then? Why the hell did he block you? That's the part that
he used.
I feel like I'm missing something.
He used the meme.
Okay.
This is Justin.
Woo! No, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the issue is because I've only been complimentary of this. I've not said anything negative.
Now, what were you saying about Randy? Because I know you had mentioned Scott and Randy.
Oh, because the way it all started is Randy smelled Seamless Soul, which I also own.
Oh yeah, and then he was like, woo!
Do it better, man. Come on, that was a weak woo.
Let me try. I got a good microphone. He goes like this. He goes,
yeah.
Woo! Shaking.
This is Justin.
Oh shit, that was 100% right there.
Yeah.
And then RXL, RXL being the troll he is, saw that, found it humorous, and then he edited it a little bit. And then later on, somebody saw RXL do it. They posted it on Reddit, and so the meme kind of went around. And so that was kind of the meme, like, and so my picture was me looking at the fragrance real seriously, saying, "Wow, this is Justin," right? And then saying, "Hey, this is the best new release." And I got my ass blocked.
It was a good play. It was a good play on things. Man, I used to talk to Randy all the time. Like, not just like
he's
like
like
one of
this guy.
And does he have a good attitude? Like, if he saw RXL do that, would he be pissed at RXL, or would he find it kind of humorous?
I would say he wouldn't really. He might have some like comments about it, but he just sees him as a troll. It's kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a way, underneath him. So yeah.
Maybe the speech bubble needed a I after the question mark.
Yeah, I think it was just the thumbnail, man. Maybe it gave the impression that you were going to talk shit about them. And if they saw it, then they probably didn't even watch the video.
Oh.
Or maybe George did. George really watches everything.
George probably watched.
It was kind of clickbait. it was kind of clickbait in a way because, me and George had that issue where I asked him to invest $50,000 for the project. He didn't do it. So I was kind of fake having beef with George. And so it was, I did the thumbnail looking at it and like, I only have 40 people that watch, right? But the joke was,
There's only 40
man,
people in the community.
the joke was, hey, AM is so influential. Oh, I'm nervous. Am I going to like it? Like making them look nervous. Like the whole sale, the whole launch is dependent on my review. That was kind of the joke. That was a joke. Like, man, this guy can make or break us.
Interesting. You could have just went on there and said the same thing everybody else said and talked about the notes and performance and all that. But you try to
that's boring.
You try to do something a little bit different, right? And people should deserve kudos because I don't think you said anything disrespectful, right? You just were playing on certain tropes that are already out there.
I kind of said I'm not the biggest horror fan. I kind of said that, but my main thing was, even though I'm not a horror fan, I mean, I don't hate Sahara fragrance, by the way. I just not like, I'm not gonna say wow, woo, but the point
you
was
bought that fragrance with your own money, right?
About I've spent like over $400-$500 on Zara fragrances, right? So I would think, hey man, I'm your fan base, don't block me.
I think if you spend $500, on a fragrance or towards a brand, you would be entitled to have an opinion.
And a good opinion, by the way, not even a bad opinion. Like I have Zara fragrances that I could have reviewed and give them bad reviews. I didn't do it. Yeah. Right. No good deed goes unpunished.
Because that happened to me. I didn't, and I just try to be honest, right? Because even Scott, he kept hyping the Zahara rose, and he was saying it was a masculine rose. It's super masculine rose, and then when I got it, I smelled it and I was like, this smells like rose. It's not overly masculine. But it's good. It's a very well blended fragrance. It's a very well blended fragrance. Garden. Yeah. Well,
I've worn it a few times. It smells like a rose garden though. But yeah, it's very realistic smelling.
But if you look at the dent on this one, which was my first Zaharoff, versus the dent on this one, which definitely wasn't my first Zaharoff, you'll see like, okay, well, I gravitate towards certain things, right? It's like the blue, the fresher stuff. Yeah.
It's more masculine too. Yeah.
Mike, but I'm gonna tie a couple things together. By the way, Mike, I think your rap song was the best rap song of
I think
everybody.
So too.
He's like, y'all gonna make me dust off my mic, like you were a rapper before. But I think
can you play it?
Wait, when somebody told me this backstage, I'm not gonna say who it was, and this is a conspiracy. They said that the reason I got blocked is because now is the time to keep me down. Once because I said I was going to be the new live stream king, right? Now that you're small, this is the time they're attacking, because once you get big like Boz, then they can't control your mouth. So some people say this might be a conspiracy to suppress my kinghood. That's inevitable. What do you think about that?
That sounds like something Jimbo would say.
Yes, whoever told me this said it in the way. Yeah, it said it in that fashion.
Yeah, certainly sounds like Jimbo.
Oh shit! Okay, hold on. This guy's never been on my on my stream.
Is it George Zaharoff?
No. All right, hey man. Before you come on my stream, let me say, it's not personal. I was just curious as to why this happened. Okay, please welcome, guys, Justin Copeland. What's going on, Justin? Justin.
Guys.
Hey, Justin, what's up? Okay. Well, I guess now I have you here. Might as well just take the opportunity. Why did you block me? Oh man. Okay.
I expected more.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna. I wanted some answers, man. Now I just have more questions than answers.
Hey, so I gotta go soon, but I want to ask Neil a question. Hey, Neil, do you think I'm a top tier guest?
Yeah. Last night you were unbelievable, dude. I was in the comments, putting timestamps in there because you were funny twice, really. Cool, the funniest one was like, AM's not just a fence sitter. He's the fence. I thought that was hilarious. Dude, I was drinking coffee. I spit it out all over my computer screen. So, you made me do a little extra work there.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this, Mike.
Yeah.
Because me and you, we've talked, and we were in another group together, and
Yeah.
I told
joke around, bro. Like we can both take the jokes, so that's why I give it. Yeah.
I told Neil, I said,
That's
Neil,
why he
man,
has a fine ass wife.
I said, Neil, I like Mike. I like Mike. And Neil's like, I don't know, man. He likes this other guy, like, because he said you like some other guy, and I don't know about that guy. I don't know about that guy. And once you started coming more into our group, Neil has done a 180. Neil loves you now. So
yeah, because he used to comment on someone's stream that I didn't like, and I was like,
I'm glad you guys. I'm glad this is what I like. I rather have unity and people getting along versus people fighting and having drama.
Yeah,
man. I just go where I feel welcome, right? If I don't feel welcome, I'm gonna stop going.
And by the way, you are a top tier guest. Like low key, I didn't know you were a top tier guest.
until last night.
No, I'm a top tier guest. I'm a C tier streamer, but I'm a top tier guest.
He was B, but he was like A+ last night.
Yeah,
his brain was working overtime. Like it was like everything he said was funny.
Yeah, well,
you saw that poll where people said that I was going to be the next streamer of the year, and I thought I had it in the bag. I thought, okay, easy. And then this Anna lady starts coming in, and now me and Boz are like scrambling. Like, what the hell? How do we? What do we do? We gotta do something about this lady. So I'm not sure how the year is going to end, but right now I feel threatened. I don't feel very secure in my stream hood.
No, you're still the great facilitator. I think more people are probably going to congregate over here. Still, Anna's still figuring it out, but it's good to have new faces, right? And there's not many like females in this space, so that's going to be a natural advantage.
See, the thing is, Anna's hilarious. Like when I'm on the phone with her, but like, it's like you can't like some of the guys start like acting like sexual to her, like inappropriate. Yeah. So it's like if she, like somebody was like something about bra, like do you like bras or no? I was like, what the fuck are you asking? That's stupid.
Yeah,
that's predatory. But like, yeah, she's very funny. But I don't think she could be so funny on streams,
Well, I have to admit, when I first heard of Anna and I heard she wanted to pre-interview me, I'm like, and I talked to you about it. I was like, who's this lady? What the hell? I thought she took herself too serious. I thought that she was, she would be someone that like if I posted that, she would like block me. But it turns out she has a really good sense of humor and she can take a joke. Yeah. And she knows when I'm joking. Like she's like, I see you, A. When I say something something controversial, she'll call me out on it and say, I know what you're doing, right? Versus taking it personal and saying, oh, I'm such an ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you gotta have thick skin in this space.
I'm gonna end the stream because I was gonna end it at 140, but you know the rule. If you stream on the weekend, it has to be at least 2 hours. So it's been over 2 hours.
All right.
Well, I appreciate you having me, man.
Enjoy your meal, Mike. It looks good.
Wait, stay backstage. I won't keep you long. Guys, you could have been anywhere this Saturday. Instead, you were here watching me complain about this injustice. Thank you.